Hello, welcome to Passing the Geeks. You join us on a board game night and also an unboxing video for Forbidden Stars. So this is just out, hot off the boat, and from Fantasy Flight Games. So it's here, still in its cling film. This is ours. This is my precious. So, it's a big box.
I had to sit on the floor of the car while that took my seat.
Yeah, well, you know, priorities. So this is the same size box as the Armada box that from Fantasy Flight Games. So here's the back of it. If you haven't seen anything about Forbidden Stars, it's 40k. Games Workshop licensed this for Fantasy Flight Games to make, so it could be really good. Because I've played the Horus Heresy game, the Fantasy Flight one, which was. Have you played that?
I haven't played that. You keep telling me about it. I've never played it.
We're going to have to play that. I'm going to have to do that on camera,
yeah.
I think. That's a biggie. That's a big game. It's very, very cool. I played the original one as well, way back when, where it had cardboard pieces. And that was just as good, really, but this Fantasy Flight one is even better. So I'm hoping this is in the same league as that. Or maybe even better. So, there we go. Set now. It's a heavy box too. It's not a light thing. Come on! Come on! You can do it! No, maybe not. Many months later.
Oh, there you go.
Holy hellfire. So, usual pamphlet for the catalogue. Winter 2014. Need to update that. Forbidden Stars, the Learn to Play book, which we'll go through. When we get to that part of the video, this is just the unboxing part. If you want to skip to the playing, please skip the unboxing part, feel free. It's all coming in one go. Forbidden Stars. And then a rules reference. So it's pretty much like the same thickness as Armada.
Looking very similar to Armada.
Here we go. Here's the first bit, which is the race cards. So there are 4 races in this. Very specific. So we have the Ultramarines, which I don't mind. I quite like the Ultramarines, to be fair.
Yeah.
Claire doesn't.
No.
But there we go. So I'm unlikely to be playing this game. Orcs. Yay! Speed Freaks. So got some Speed Freak Orcs. That's a high probability I'm going to be playing them. Then we have Eldar, which is from our craft world, Yandon.
Yay!
So there's also a high probability I might play them when we come to it. I haven't decided yet. It'll be the Eldar of the Orcs for me. And Chaos Space Marine.
Yay!
Which is the World Eaters World, which I think Claire might want to play. So they look like the data cards for your individual races with initial forces on the back. Obviously we'll get to that in the playthrough bit. This is just the unboxing. We have some cards, bits of card. There we go. Got that?
Yep.
There's not as much in that as I was expecting card-wise.
Proof of purchase there as well.
Cool. So we have a whole bunch of actual cards. Don't know what they are yet. Another bag of actual cards. And then we have little models. So obviously we have the Eldar. We have the Orcs. We have the Ultramarines. And we have the World Eaters.
Why did you leave them till last?
Because they were at the bottom.
You did that on purpose.
We have a bunch of like Citadel, a bunch of like little, like hives, like industrial hives, and some sort of factory thing, and the Bastion thing from Potg. Go get them out and proper look at them. And got some stands there for the spaceships. I also have the board tiles. So these are the tiles that will make up the board. So that's them now. Oof. Heavy or what? Oh, we've got some dice. Really missed them. There's the dice. So we've got bolters and skulls and more bolters. I think that's everything, just on the check. that's everything. So let's have a look at some of these. I'll start with the world eaters, because I'll get upset with them.
Yeah, well.
Let's have a look at these little counters we have for them. We have, there we go, Chaos Brute. Hellbrute. We have a Chaos Reaver.
Oh, cool.
Titan.
I can now say I own a Reaver Titan.
With the old Mars variety, you can say you want to. There's 2 there.
Excellent.
3 is a Battle Mantle.
Yay!
So there's 3 of them. There's how many dreadnoughts do we get? I keep calling them dreadnoughts because it's essentially what they are. There's 3 of them. There's the Battlefleet Gothic style, which is a hell of a lot smaller than a Battlefleet Gothic ship, by the way. I do own some Battlefleet Gothic ships. This would be about that big in comparison, and metal. So this is a small, but it's very good actually. It is a very good scale replica. If you ever play Battlefleet Gothic, that's a very good scale replica of one of the warships and one of the smaller ships, which would actually be about that size. So that's about 1-to-1 scale almost, that one, whereas that's like less than, let's say, 25% of the size. So obviously the scale of these are off, because obviously a Reaver Titan would be massive. It'd be about, if that was a dreadnought, it'd be about up here, because the little epic dreadnought used to be about that big. So what else have we got? We've got 3 of those ships. Looks like we've got 3 of the smaller ships. Then we have these things, which are like some sort of icon that maybe it's for claiming ownership. And then we have these things, which could also be for the same thing. We'll find out what they are. They're probably armies actually, thinking of it. They're probably the standard armies. And they might be the ownership. But I'll find out for sure when I look through the rulebook. So that's the Chaos pieces. Next bag I picked up just happened to be the bastions and stuff, so there we go. Just like the 40k terrain. And then we have Hive City. What else is here? Kind of like a Manufactorum or something maybe? I haven't read the book yet, obviously I've just unpacked it, so I've no idea where these are, what I'm saying they are. We'll have a look in a minute. Just want to have a look at these. Ultramarines next. How are you coming along with those counters?
I've got the World Eaters, the Orcs, and Eandon, the Eldar.
That's obviously the banner. We have a Warlord Titan of the old Lucius pattern. And these little flags. Little Land Raiders, which are about the same size as the epic Land Raiders used to be. And then a Space Marine. What have we got? He says rooting around in the bag. Yeah, we've got a Space Marine Strike Cruiser, which is tiny compared to the original. And we've got a Space Marine Battle Barge, which is also tiny compared to the original. They can go back in the bag because we won't be using them for this game anyway. Which is a pity because there's a Warlord Titan in there, and Battle Barges and Land Raiders. I'm almost tempted. Okay. So next we have some orcs. Let's look at the orc parts. Oh, Kill Cruiser, I think. The Orc banner, the Orc small type banner, which is probably for armies, we'll find out. The Kill Cruiser, Battle Wagon, that is awesome. Look at the recreation on that.
Oh wow!
Spot on. Done a very good job with these, considering they're not the same scale obviously, but they've done a very good job recreating them. A Gargant, which should be much larger than that, because I've got one of them upstairs, a metal one. And a smaller orc frigate. I can't remember what kind of class that is, to be fair. But
Orc class.
Orc class. Not the on. Is it the Onslaught? I can't remember. I used to just fly a lot of Orc ram ships into things. It wasn't very effective, but I did enjoy doing it. So the Eldar are next. I'll decide who I'm going to play. Here we go. So the Eldar Big Banner, which is probably for marking territories, I would imagine. We have it's for the bent. So a token. We have the Falcon. We have an old style epic. Is it Revenant? I can't remember what they're called, these ones. Phantom Titan. We have a little banner. We have, was that the Hemlock? It's one that's like a flying gun. Was it the Hemlock? It's a lot smaller. It's not a lot smaller, it's about half the size. And then we have the bigger Eldar ship. There it is. It's like a Void Stalker. I can't remember what they're called. It's been so long since I played Battlefield Gothic. If I've got any of these names right, I'll be amazed. That was big ship. That's a lot smaller. But it's the same kind of sculpt. Some of these are a little bit bent out of shape though, because they've got like wiry bits coming off. I think they'll bend back. That one seems to have bent back. Yeah, it's bent back a bit. And yeah, that's it. So those are the miniatures. Those are the stands. Let's have a look at that. Just out of interest. Stands will be for the ships because there's little holes in the bottom of them. So yeah, they just fit in like that. Straightforward enough. So we've got some tokens being built up there by Claire.
Yeah.
There's obviously some things that need dials. You've got some dials.
Those, yeah.
It's 4 dials. These are quite small dice actually, they're quite cute. They feel smaller than a D6 actually. A little bit smaller. Either that or it's just because they've got really deep cutouts in them. It just feels quite small.
It does actually.
It feels a lot lighter than a normal dice. Not that they're heavy, just.
I suppose if you, depending on how many you're rolling, if you're rolling quite a lot of them, you'll want them to be smaller.
Yeah.
I find that sometimes when we played,
Offhand.
Yeah, 40k, and it's just been like, roll 2,000 dice.
Only when you play the orcs.
Yeah.
Right, so orcs are Eldar. Ooh, it's a difficult choice. I've got both these armies, Speed Freaks in the end. I don't know which is best to meet the threat of chaos. Difficult choice that. I'll decide before we play. So let's have a quick look at the rulebook. So there is the contents. Component list. So we should have objective markers, which are those little ones you're just taking off. We should have 36 structure control, which are these. We've got 105 plastic units.
105?
Yeah, plastic.
Oh, the box lies. It says 104 on the box.
105 plastic units, is it there? 105. Maybe this is printed wrong. 27 Space Marines, 24 Eldar, 27 Orcs, 27 Space Marines, and 27 plastic stands. That's what we should have in it. Why is there less Eldar? That's cheeky.
Yeah, that's a bit rude.
That's not fair. Okay, so this is the contents of the box. Of course we're going to go into more detail in the next part of this video. But I'm glad you've joined us for this. We're going to sort this pile of mess out that we've just made. and get together when we've figured out what we're doing and playing a game. So thanks for joining us for the first part. Please join us for the next part. See you in a minute.
See you soon.
Okay, and welcome back. So it's actually quite a few hours since the last part of this video, because we went through the rulebook and we had a good look at stuff. Then we played a little test game. We didn't finish because it takes quite a while to play a game of this. So a quick disclaimer first, this won't be a full game, and because of the nature of the game there might not be a lot of on-screen editing like I normally do on the board game night. So I'm going to try and talk through most of this. If I notice anything during the editing I've done wrong, I will then try and put it in. But if this, as I said, this is the second time we're going to play this, so if you notice anything that you know's wrong, please comment and I'll put some annotations onto the video. But okay, so we are back and we've played a little quick game. We've played Orcs. These are the Orcs versus Chaos. So there are 140 miniatures in this. Claire was just having you on. There's 105, I think, different race miniatures, and then you've got all these cities and bastions and manufactorums. So, and my only gripe with this entire thing are these guys. Okay, and it can be easily resolved by switching the base around, but it says the base goes that way around on the ships, but because of the design of this, that will fall off pretty easy. I've had to really ram that on there, but because that's sort of wedged backwards and the base is kind of designed to go the opposite way around almost. Yeah, so that's the only gripe, and you could glue them in, so it's not a massive problem. They're nice little game pieces, to be fair. But this is a pretty complicated maybe. Would you say?
Complicated.
Average to complicated. But the amount of time it takes to play a game can be from 2 to 3 hours. We played solidly for a good 3 hours then, and we didn't even finish it because it was the first game we played. So all that disclaimer out of the way, let's get started. So I will first show you the two races we're not using. So first we have the Ultramarines, Space Marines, if you can see there, for the Emperor. That is their special ability. When you resolve a dominate order, which we'll get to, you may spend one material, don't know why I spell like that, to either replace one scout in the active system with one free Space Marine, or replace one Space Marine with an active system with a free Land Raider, which is a pretty good ability after playing it. This part of the card tells you how much a city and a factory cost, so it's there. And then this little symbol here is your command value. You start at command value 0, which means you can build everything in this little zone here. So you can build, in the Space Marines case, cities, manufactorums and bastions. Now everyone can build that at the same cost for everyone. Then we've got scouts for the Space Marines, which are the little flags, and strike cruisers, which are the first level of spaceship. Once you upgrade your command level to 1, you can then have a Space Marine using the bigger flag, and Land Raiders using the Land Raider models. Once you get to command level 2, and you can also have battle barges. And then at the bottom we have command level 3, Warlord Titans. Now the little hammer symbol there is a forge icon. So to build this you will need a forge icon as well as the actual money to buy it, which is 5 materials. On the back of the card we have a little bit of blurb. There it is. About why they're here and what's going on. And then what the objectives mean, which we'll get to the end as well. These are the objectives you can get. Just a bit of flavour this. They don't actually really do anything. So if you get an Imperial Relic, it doesn't suddenly give you an Imperial Relic to use in battle. It just gives you a little bit of flavour text as to what the objective is. So it's a bit better than just going for a random objective. It's a bit nicer. And here are your starting forces. So the initial force for the Space Marines are 4 scouts, 1 Space Marine, 1 strike cruiser, 1 factory, and 6 material. I think everyone starts with 6 material. We'll just check that. So that is the Ultramarines. This is the Eldar, which I nearly took. So there's their ability, Webway Portal. When you resolve a dominate order, you may take one of your units from one of the active system and place it on one friendly world in any system. So again, that will become probably more clear later on. And we have the same costs here for command levels. And you get aspect warriors, Hellbore frigates, so I was wrong with that. Wraith Guard, these guys, Falcons, Voidstalkers, and Warlock Battle Titans. As soon as I read that, I thought, yeah, of course it's a Warlock Battle Titan. We have the same blurb on the back, why you're here, and what your objectives are. And then your starting forces, which are 3 aspect warriors, so that's 1 less than the Space Marines. 1 Wraith Guard, 2 Hellbore frigates, 1 factory, and 6 material again. Now the Eldar actually have, I think I showed you at the beginning, they've got a lot less troops but a lot more spaceships. So tactically they're very different from the other 3 races, which sort of vary between ground forces. These are like the space forces, so I'm actually really wanting to try them. Probably next time I play. But anyway, those are the 2 races we're not using. Now on to the races we are and what they do and how to play the game basically. So here are my orcs. Wow! So I've already arrayed the forces. So this is the material dial. These little dials that we put together before. This tells you how much material you currently have. So you start with 6. So that's why it's set to 6. It's a bit like it's exactly the same as an X-Wing dial, really, for size. I also start with a reinforcement token, which can use it in battle. That just stays in my startup area. I don't really do anything with that at the moment. I start with a manufactorum, or factory. I have a knob. Shush. I have four Orc Boys symbols as well, and I'll put them down as I go through the setup phase. To show you the side of my card, I am the Evil Sun's clan. I have Orc Spores because I'm an Orc. And when I resolve a Dominate order, I get to purchase 1 unit and place it on a friendly world in the active system. This area here is where you put your objective tokens as well, because once you turn this over, you don't really need it again. Although saying that, you might want to see what your objectives are. And that's the flavour text for being here. And then we have same cost for cities, etc. I have Orc Boys for 2 and Onslaught attack ships, so I was right about that one, yay! And Knobs and Battle Wagons and Kill Cruisers and Gargants. There we go. And just on a note, this is the starting tile. So everyone gets their initial forces and you give everyone their starting tile. You can tell because it has the symbol in the centre for the starting race. It's double-sided, so the person gets to pick what they want. And then I'll get to that just before we deploy the board. What I also have is all my other pieces here. I have my markers there for marking my cities. I have an event deck for generating events. I have a combat deck for generating combat resolutions. I have upgrades here. These are both go face up, so you've got the general upgrades and then you've got the combat upgrades. They're face up and you can route through them anytime you feel like. There's no problem with that. That is the first player marker, so whoever starts, the first player marker starts. That is the turn counter. Those are the forge icons. Those are bolt gun and shield icons for using in battle. Those are the what I showed you before that I had on my card. Those are the reinforcement tokens, and I forgot what them. And these are, what are they called?
Cogs.
Cogs. Cash cogs.
Cash cogs.
Basically what they are, the cash cogs. So those reduce the cost of anything you are buying by 2. And those either are used to make the big sort of like gargants or big ships. You'll need one to do that. Or you can also use them to increase the command value by 1 for building something. So when you're building things, so for instance, say I'm command level 0, which is where I'll be starting at, and I want to build a battle wagon. Well, I can't do it. But if I want to build a knob, I still can't do it. But if I use one of these icons and then you pay the cost for the knob, I can build a knob. When I get to level 1, that'll allow me to build knob units. But I could then spend one of those to upgrade that for a unit and build one of these two. And obviously I'll need another icon if I want to build one of these as well. So I can build an a kill cruiser, but then I'd need 2 of them and all the appropriate funds, but we'll get to that as we go through the game. So I'll just pass you over to Claire so she can show you her starting area.
Okay, so this is my starting area here. This is the World Eaters. So I start with 2 cultists, 2 Chaos Space Marines, 1 Icon-classed destroyer, 1 factory and 6 material. And that's my start up there.
I was right about the Iconoclast as well. What's the big one? A repulsor cruiser?
Yes, I think it is. Let me just have a look. Repulsive Grand Cruiser.
Yeah, about 3.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
So that's my blurb. There. And these are my objective markers. Yeah. So my setup's pretty much the same as Paul's. Those are my cards and my decks. And then that's all my little markers there. So these guys here, that's a cultist. That is a Chaos Space Marine. Those are the Iconoclasts. The ships at the back will be the repulsive Grand Cruisers. We have some Titans there.
Yeah, Reavers.
Chaos Reavers. Yeah, and Hellboots. Yeah. So that's all my guys.
And then you've got your starting tiles. I'm
a starting tile here.
Cards.
So we've got a Nurgle world, probably a Khorne world, and a Slanesh world. So there we go.
Okay, yeah. So when you are starting off, and you're going to need to go through your combat cards, which are these ones here, and you'll find in your deck, you'll find 10 that have got these little symbols on the top. It'll be the symbol for your faction. Those are your 10 starting cards. There'll be 2 of each. These aren't in order, but you need to shuffle them anyway. So you shuffle the 10 of them, and that becomes your combat deck, which goes there. Then your event decks there, which are these cards with tactic and scheme on. You shuffle them and put them face down. I said before, you don't shuffle either of these decks. They stay as they are, as you can use them to upgrade during the game. So now we'll get to setting up the actual board. Okay, so we're going to build the board now. So let me just go through this briefly with you. So as you can see here, this is the orc starting tile. You can see by the big orc symbol in the middle. We have 3 planets and 1 void space. Okay, this is double-sided, so you can choose whichever one you want. So just go through what these actually mean. You've got the little scrolls on the bottom. So each of the little skulls means that a unit can live there. So you can't exceed the amount of skulls. So that planet can have 4 people, that planet can have 4 people. That one can only have 2. The green cog is your material cost. So if you have somebody on this and therefore it's friendly, then you'll gain the material cost for that planet at the end of each turn. So if I have someone on that, but not somebody on that, even though this system's mine, I won't gain anything for that. I have to have somebody on both of them, or a city, or building, if not a army. The little wax seal, that is an asset, and that one is the reinforcement asset, which will give me one of these little flags down here when I do the, is it dominate?
Dominate, yeah.
When I use the dominate order. This one here is a forge icon, little hammer. It's a forge. That'll give me one of the forge tokens, which will help me to build things that I can't normally build, and will also help me to build the 2 biggest things, which are kill cruisers and gargants for me, or titans and repulsive cruisers, whatever they're called. On the opposite side, we have also a reinforcement one there. We have also a cog symbol, which is a cash symbol, which is this one here, which you can use to reduce the cost of any unit or structure by 2 points. You can only spend it on units and structures, not upgrades. So if you just have a look at the other side, that's a 3 planet, 3 units on that, 4 units on that, 3 3 units on that. I'm actually going to start on this side. So when you're deploying, when you're actually doing the board setup, first thing you do is player 1, which is me, will place a tile. So I'm going to place that tile there, like so. And player 2, or it goes clockwise around the table if you've got more than 2 players, places a tile.
So this is my tile.
That's Claire's starting tile. You don't have to place your starting tile first,
Cool.
but also before you place that down, let's just get this clear. When you place a tile, you also, the initial units that you've got, which I showed you before, it's my initial forces which are there. You place any that you're going to place onto that tile immediately. So I am going to put a factory there, and when you put the structure down, you put one of the little control tokens down, which is one of them. So that will go there. I'm going to put a knob in charge of that, a boy on that world, and a boy on that world. Also, these little things here, these are the objective markers for your opponent. Now, you have one for each of your opponents. So in a 2-player game, I have 2, Claire has 2.
Yep.
That's how that goes. There's one for each player, basically. And then if it was a 3-player, we'd have 3 each. But it would also be 2 of the other players as well. So you'd be placing these things down. So this is the objective, and they go on these little square boxes here. So they can go on any planet that's got a little square box. So the Oak Rock here doesn't have one. So it can go on there or there. I'm going to put one on that for Claire to come and steal. So now Claire puts her tile down, which is actually her starting tile as well. She can place any forces she wishes. The Manufactorum's going down. Got 2 Chaos Space Marine counters going down. And a cultist and another cultist. That's everything. It's all going in one place. Okay. So then you shuffle the tiles and you deal 2 random tiles to each player. So your board size is based on the amount of players you've got, because you give 2 to each. So in a 2-player game there's going to be 6 tiles. In a 3-player game there'll be 3 starting tiles and 6 other tiles. So the board will get bigger the more players you've got. So this will be a 2-player size board.
So I've got to pull them around down.
That's fine. So I'm going to put down, this is my next tile. So I've got that one or that one. I'm going to go with that one, and just before I forget, that little pure seal there with a little Aquila in means I can take any one of the 3 assets that I want if I use the dominate ability on it. So I'm going to put that there. I'm going to get the other objective for the World Eaters, and I can go there. And I'm going to put a boy on that planet and a boy on that planet. And Claire places her second objective. We've got a big vast space in between each system. Okay. You placing the objectives or anything?
Nope.
No, not yet.
Yeah.
Okay, so my last tile is this one, or that one. I kind of like the height on that one. I'm going to go with that one. So I'm going to put that like that. So I'm just check that's fitting on my camera. Yeah, that's fine. So you can build the board in any direction you want. It could be 2 up there or 2 up there, but this is the shape of the board. It'll be 2 by 3. You can't go off in weird angles. It's got to be a rectangle or a square based on the number of tiles you got. So if we had 3 more tiles, they'd either have to go below or above this. They couldn't go off in random directions. It has to be a square board or a rectangle. Okay, so the next thing to do is place warp stones. Now you get 1 per player. So this is a warp stone. These go between the boards, or on the edge, and they block movement between sectors.
Okay.
So I'll put one down first. So I'm going to put one here. And Claire puts one down. Oh, that's mean. Block me off. Right, they'll move at the end of each turn, so for now I'm blocked off in that, in there. So there we go. So that's the setup. The board is ready to go. Okay, so we start with the planning phase. Now, during the planning phase, you'll be using these tokens here, ones with 6 sides. Each token has a symbol on the other side. So we have strategize. We have 2 of them. We have advance, 2 of them as well. We have deploy. We have 2 of them. And we have dominate. We have 2 of them. Dominate also allows you to use your special ability on your card. So, starting with the first player, which is myself, you place strategies. So I'm going to put that one down, so Claire doesn't see it, and put that one there. Then Claire places a counter.
I'm going to play that one. I'll put it there.
Okay, I'm going to use that one there.
I'm going to use that one there.
I'm going to use that one there.
I'll use that one there.
That one. And when you place them, you can also put them on top of other people's stacks. These counters have to be resolved in order from top to bottom, so you can actually use it to block people's. That's my last one.
I'll use that one.
Okay. So, starting with the first player, you pick one of your icons, objectives from the top. If one isn't visible, you have to miss your go, and the other player will go. But in this case, I can legally take one of these 2. So I'm going to take this one. This is strategize. With strategize, I'll show you the reference card. Strategize, I can purchase an order, upgrade, a combat upgrade, or both, and then place that order token on top of your event deck. This requires a friendly unit in the active system. So I've got to have a friendly unit in the system that is active. Now when you do an order, it activates the system that you had that order in, which is this one. There are friendly units there. So I can now buy either an upgrade. So I showed you before, the combat upgrades is this deck. And the other upgrades are this deck here. So I'm going to use strategize, and I'm going to buy myself an upgrade. I'm going to buy the Orc Rocks, which is an upgrade to the advance order there. So that will allow me to travel through space on rocks, 1 void space, because only ships can usually travel through voids. So I'm going to buy that upgrade. So that's 2 materials that costs. The command level for this is 0. My command level is currently 0, so I'm allowed to do that. That goes into my play area, so now I've got that. I take the materials disc and I reduce that from 6 to 4, like so. So now I've got 4 left. The materials do carry over if you have any left each turn, so you can store them. The token, normally when you use a token, it just goes back into your area. If you choose not to use the order on the token, so any of the other orders, you choose not to use them, you turn it face up and put it on top of your event deck. The event deck is the one that's got the little almost token symbol on it anyway, just to remind you tokens go on top of that. When you use a strategize, it automatically goes on top of that anyway. So because there's 2 strategize orders, you're always going to be taking at least 2 event cards, at least. But there are 8 event cards and there are 8 tokens, so you may take up to 8 tokens if you do nothing during your entire turn.
Okay.
Okay, so now that I've moved, Claire.
Can I just ask before we move on about the command tokens?
The command token?
Yeah, so the command points.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. If you own a city,
Yeah.
does that mean that your command goes up 1?
Yes. So if you have a look on the chart, which I'll show you that again, you always start at command 0, which is these ones here. Command 0 allows you to build cities, manufactorums, bastions. It allows you to build the basic unit for your ground unit for your faction, which is Orc Boys in my case, and the basic space unit for my faction, which is onslaught ships. If I build a city, my command level will go up to 1, which allows me to build all that plus Orc Knobs. If I have 2 cities, command level will go up to 2, which allows me to build battle wagons and kill cruisers. And if I have 3 cities, or my command level gets to 3, then I'm allowed to build gargons.
Although, if I'm rightly thinking, you can use a hammer to upgrade if you get
So if
one.
you have one of these hammer icons, by using the dominate ability, so when I use dominate on this, I'll get a hammer icon. You can use that to build 1 unit 1 level higher than you can normally build it. So at the moment, if I was to use the hammer, I can build a knob unit because I have no cities, so I can build one level higher. Also note that you do need 1 of them anyway to build either a kill cruiser or a gargant. That's what the hammer symbol means now. So
yeah, sorry, I just wanted to
clarify that. That's
clarify
fine.
that. Yeah.
And it's good for people watching as well. So
Right. I've got to strategise. Strategise, which I'm not going to use at the moment.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. So that will go on top of your event pile.
Yeah.
Whether you used it or not, because it's a strategise order. I am going to take this one, which is dominate. I'll show you the reference card again. So dominate. There it is. I gain assets from each friendly world in the active system. Then you can use special ability on your faction sheet. A friendly world has to have one of your troops or structures on. So in this case, I have 1 on each of my in this active system. I've got a boy there, and a knob, and a factory there. So I can now gain the assets for that system, which are a hammer and a reinforcement token. So there's the reinforcement token. We'll get to them a bit later. And a hammer, a forge icon. So I'll put that into my area. Now I can also use my special ability on my sheet, which for the Evil Sons clan is Orc Spores. When you resolve a dominate order, you can purchase 1 unit and place it on a friendly world in that active system. So I am going to use that. So I have to purchase the unit. So I'm going to purchase another Orc Boy unit for 2 material, which just to remind everyone, is this sort of green icon there. So 2 for a boy. And that will go down to 2. Bear in mind the Orc ability only allows you to purchase units, any unit, but not structures. Okay. So this, now that I've used dominate, does not go on top of my event pile. It goes into my area to be used again next turn, because I used that as an order and it's not a strategise card. So, carry on.
So that's a movement.
So that's advance, so I'll show you what that means on here. So advance, move your units to the active system, which is this one, because that's the one it was used in. Move your units to the active system and possibly start combat or orbital strike. So Claire can now move units to that system. You can move it from any adjacent system. Adjacent means sort of like up, down, left and right, not diagonal. So she can move her onslaught ship from there to there. Planets don't block the movement of ships.
So I'm also going to move these guys.
Yep.
Yep.
So when you're moving, you have to path through friendly.
Friendly, I can only go... Oh yeah, I can.
Yeah.
Dun.
So you go because they're right next to each other, there's no void. You can basically ground troops move using like into sort of system craft. Craft that aren't represented. The only problem they have is when they get to a void area.
They can't move
through that unless there's a ship there. So in order for her to attack, for Claire to attack, she would need to attack using this ship as well, which can, I think it can transport units from there to there and attack that if you wanted to, for instance. Which is what you're eyeing up, I think, because that's your objective as well.
It is.
Okay, that's your movement. You've moved on to that planet. Because it's a neutral planet, there's no combat, but you now own that world as long as you're there.
Yeah.
And that will net you 2 more material points while you're there. You could also...
I get those at the end of the round though, don't I? Yeah.
Yeah. You couldn't have moved onto that planet as well because that is an uncontrolled planet.
Yeah.
So your move stops when you hit an uncontrolled or enemy planet.
Yeah.
You can only move through and path through friendly zones. The friend zone. Okay, so I'll take a counter now and I'm going to take one from here, which is another dominate. So I'm dominating the same area again, which gives me a hammer and another reinforcement token. And now it's Claire's turn, because I'm not going to use my special ability this time.
So that's a build icon.
So that's the deploy icon. I haven't shown that one yet.
Oh, sorry, yeah, the deploy.
Yeah, build, deploy, same thing. You purchase units and then a structure. It's important to remember you purchase units first and then a structure. You can purchase both using this ability, okay? In the active system, purchasing units requires a factory, purchasing a structure requires a friendly world. So if you want to purchase a structure, that's either a city, manufactorum, or a bastion. A world can only have one of each. You can't have more than one structure on a world. But you purchase any units first, so you can't build a manufactorum, then build units from that manufactorum. Unless you have a special card that allows you to do it, and the orcs do, if I buy it. Called Work Faster. It's actually right in front of me. So just as an example, if I bought that, I would be able to build the manufactorum first and then build some units from it immediately. But I don't have that yet. Maybe I will in the future. But so Claire can now build units in this sector from the manufactorum. They don't have to go onto that planet. They can go to any friendly planet in the system. But you have to have a manufactorum in that system to build them.
Right, so the first one I'm going to build is a Chaos Cultist.
So that costs
So
how much
that
material?
costs 2 material, so I'm on 6, so that takes me down to 4. I can place him there, did you say? Yeah.
Yeah, any friendly.
Any friendly.
That's not a friendly system.
Not friendly.
That's uncontrolled at the moment. When you move someone there, you'll be able to control that. I'll just check that actually. Just to make sure I don't want to say anything too wrong. We probably will say stuff wrong. This is only the second time we've played this. If you do notice anything that we've done wrong, please put it in the comments so I can put annotations onto the video. But let me just check. So when you're doing deployment, purchase units, if the player has a factory in the active system, they purchase units and place them on a friendly or uncontrolled system. So you can do
Right, so I can do
my
that.
bad, yes, you can put it in the active system, so you can just claim that world immediately.
Yeah.
There you go, see?
Okay.
Learning all the time. Okay, so
the next one is to purchase a city.
if you have the points, you can purchase a
Yes,
city
I
now.
believe I'm going to purchase a city for 3 because I've got 4, so that'll take
Yep.
me down 1, 2, 3. That'll take me down to 1. So that city's going down.
There, I'm going to stick a command underneath it.
Oh yeah,
Okay,
sorry,
so-
forgot about that. I keep forgetting about them.
So I can just pretend they're mine. So upgrade your command level to 1 now.
The Chaos
So you go-
Undivided.
Sorry?
The Chaos Undivided.
Chaos Undecided. So you'll be able to build Space Marines now, as you wish.
Yes.
Okay, is it my turn?
Yep.
Yep. Okay, let's go with this. This is the build option. Okay, I'm going to build a... I'm not going to build any units, because I can't build any units in this sector. I can only build buildings. And I'm going to build a building, and it's going to be a bastion.
Mm-hmm.
So, if you pass me one of the little 40k style bastions, which is a spit of the bigger version, which is really cool.
It is actually, it's pretty funky.
That will get built on any planet that's friendly, and I'm going to build it on this planet.
The good thing about bastions is to give you morale points, so in a
And
combat,
defense point.
they'll give you morale and defense points, which is really good actually.
We didn't build one in the test game,
We
so
didn't.
I want to see how they work.
Yeah.
So I'm building one, and I want to see what happens.
Mm-hmm.
So that cost me 2 points, so I'm now down to 0. I have no material. And it's close turn.
So that's a
Dominate.
dominate.
So you'll gain a reinforcement and a
on
cash.
top. Yeah. Cash.
See, I don't have any cash icons, which I did. They'd be quite handy right now.
And my little special ability
When you're dominating.
is that, which is Chaos Space Marines
Taint
of Chaos. When you resolve a dominate order, you may take one cultist from the active system and place it on a friendly or uncontrolled world in the adjacent system.
Yeah.
So
you were... Was it from here?
yeah.
So you can place it on a friendly or uncontrolled world in the adjacent system, which is that top corner.
Just out of interest, if I move that cultist, I won't get that flag then, will I?
Which one?
That one there. If I move
Yeah,
him.
because you're on that planet.
Oh, right, okay.
You've got a structure
So
there.
even right.
If you only had units and you moved them, yeah, you would lose the control of that planet.
But because I've got a city
But
there.
you've got a city there, it's still
Like,
yours.
right, okay. Cool.
Okay.
Yep.
Right, and I'm going to pick that one up, and that is a strategized order. I have no money left, so I can't buy anything, so I can't use that. So it's going to go straight on top of my event cards.
So I'm going to. That's to strategise. So I've got very little money left, so that's going to go on there.
So that is an advance order. So I could move troops into that area, but no, Claire's defended it pretty well. I don't want to. I've only got 2 boys here. They've no method of getting there because there's no spaceships. So this advance order is just going to be ignored, in which case it will go on top of my event card pile. And it's Claire's turn.
I'm going to use that, which was a move, which I've already moved into that system anyhow, so...
You could move more people in there if you wanted to, but...
I don't think I will.
If that warp storm moves, I can jump on your systems.
Exactly.
So...
Yeah.
You might not want to move that.
No.
Plus I've got Orc Rocks now, so I can
You could
fly
just,
through the void
yeah.
and go straight for your Manufactorum, which is...
Probably what you're going to do.
Payback for the test game we played,
Yeah.
where Claire thrashed me.
I didn't thrash you, you got the objective, so... I just
got
happened to... Yeah. Just happened to thrash some of your cities.
So advance order, I was going to move some troops from here to there, but I can't because of the warp storm, so again, that's going to have to be ignored. And that goes on top of my event pile.
Right. So, that's a...
Dominate. So you get a cash token. They're very useful one.
They are.
And a redeploy, which was very useful.
Reinforcement. I'm not going to use my special ability.
Okay.
I'm not going to leave it at this.
So my last token's here. It is a build or deploy order. I have no money left to build anything, so that again, because I haven't used it, will go on top of my event pile.
Mine was also a build, so I'm not going to use that. No money left.
Okay, so that is the operations phase. There was no combats because we haven't got into that yet. I'm sure we will in later turns. But now we hit the refresh phase, which is the third phase of each turn. First thing you do is collect objectives. If you're on a planet which has one of your objective tokens, this is the point you collect it, not during the objectives phase. So everyone has a chance to grab that planet back off you or attack you and stop you from getting it. But if you're on a planet now with your objective, you collect it. No one has that yet, so that's fine. Next, we collect material. So you check each planet that you've got something on for these little green icons. So for instance, I've on this planet, so that's a 1. And on this planet, that's a 2, making 3. And on this planet, which is another 3, making 6. So I get 6 material. So I put my dial from 0 back up to 6. Claire has this world here for 1, that world there for 1, that world there for 1, making 3, and that world there for 2, taking hers to 5.
So that brings me back up to 6 because I still
Yeah,
have
one
one left.
We're both back up to really where we started.
Yep.
The next thing is to rally any units. So any units that are routed, which we'll get to again later, you would now rally. No one is, so there we go. And then the final thing you do is, well, next final thing is you count the amount of tokens that you have on top of your event deck. I have 5.
I have 4.
And you take that many cards from your event deck. So there are 8 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Now your event cards will go into 2 categories. They'll go into schemes and they'll go into tactics. Schemes is a card that you'll put in front of you and it'll remain in play until you replace it with another scheme. So for instance, if I was to play Get Them, place this card in your player and discard all other schemes. There aren't any there anyway at the moment. When an enemy's unit is routed during combat, you may discard this card to destroy that unit. It's quite good in combat. The other thing you may want to take note of when you're picking it is this. This is where the warp stones will move, but we'll get to that when I've picked one. Tactics will usually give you an instant increase, so you gain 2 material on this one and then choose a player and they lose 1 token asset basically. So one of these things of that player's choice. But you gain 2 material. So that's a good one for me to use at the moment because I do need cash. Another one there is how do we get here? How we get here. Which means I can move one of my units from any world and place it on any uncontrolled world. So it doesn't say in the same area, so I could literally move my knob from there and dump him on that world up there where the objective is. However, he'd be a bit out of the way, a bit risky. But I mean, that might be something to consider later on if I pull that tactic out again. This one gives me 2 free orc boys on a friendly world containing a knob, or place 1 free orc boy on any other friendly world. Now, as I need troops at this point, and I'm very orky, that's the tactic I'm going to go for at this stage. So I keep that one out, I put the other 4 back onto the pile, which will be reshuffled once I use this, and put that back as well. So that's what I'm going to play. You keep that secret from your opponent at this point, and you both play the card. Well, all you players play the card at the same time. So Claire is going for Blighted Nurgle.
So I place this in my play area and discard all of my other schemes which don't have any. Instead of revealing an order during the operations phase, I may discard this card to route 1 enemy unit that is in a system containing at least one of my units. One of my units, yeah.
Yeah, that's right. So we both reveal them at the same time, and then it's resolved in the order of who the first player is, which is me. So my tactic will be resolved first, just in case they do collide with each other. So that's to put 2 boys down on a world with a knob, which is going right there, to reinforce that planet. Now that planet's now at maximum unitage because it's got 1, 2, 3, 4 guys on. That now goes back into my event card pile, and I shuffle that. Claire puts that one into her play area so she knows that she's got that. The best place to stick it really is onto your starting thing, probably over the war boss symbol. I find that quite useful. Keep it right in front of you so you don't forget it, because it's easy to forget things with so many rules in this game. Okay, so the last thing that happens is I pass the first player icon over to the left or right, depending on...
You missed moving the warp stones.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
Storms.
That was stupid. So I'm just going to pull that tactic out again. Thanks for pointing that out.
It's alright. I just thought then.
I do want to move them.
I thought you might want to, because I think you're wanting to.
Which tactic do I use? 2 free boys. Right, yeah, so we both need to do this.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we'll move the warp stones. This is part of the event part, so we're still in the same phase. In the corner, not in the corner, sort of there, next to my finger, you'll see a little line, which is the warp stone with 2 arrows. That means I choose one of these, and I move it in that direction. The best way to remember how to do this is to put the card over the top and just see which way you can move it. In this case, I can move a warp stone that I pick at this point up or down 1. So I can move it behind me or behind Claire. I'm going to move it behind Claire for now. So that's that move now. I'm going to reshuffle this into the deck, and then Claire will move the warp stone based on that scheme.
So that's mine.
Yeah. So if you place that over the top of the warp stone, you'll be able to move that.
Well, there's only one left, isn't there? I can't move that one.
Yeah. You can't move the same one someone else has moved.
So I can place it that way, can I?
Yeah.
Right.
So you can move it either here or there.
So I'm going to move it to here for now.
I know some of your abilities allow you to move it where you want as well.
There is, yeah.
Yeah.
There is one.
Some of your abilities are shockingly good. Right, so yeah, the last thing was to pass the counter over to Claire and then put the turn marker onto the next area, and then you grab your counters, and that is that first turn over. So that's the first turn done, and we're turn 2. So we get our tokens again for the planning phase, and this time Claire's the first player, so she'll place the first one down. So you can use tokens, just to let you know, you can use them to psych people out, because you can place them in any adjacent area, whether you use them or not is another matter. You can place any token in an adjacent area to make people think what you're playing at, basically. What's happening? See, at this point I could place that there. Wish me now would go first, because I have to. Just bear that in mind. But there we go, so there's all those are placed. And the first player goes first. So you've got to take the top one from one of your stacks.
Take that one, which is a move.
In advance.
I'm going to come back because I can see I'm going to get absolutely owned if I'm not careful.
Ooh. So it's not a very world eatery tactic.
No, it's not. But I need my manufactorum.
That's true, yes.
So I'm going to move him back to there.
So you're moving the Chaos Boys?
Yeah.
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 Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. I am going to use this one, which is Dominate. So there's only one red symbol in this world, which is the little Aquila, which allows me to pick anything I want. I'm going to take the cog symbol, cash symbol, which basically reduces the cost of a unit by 2. I am going to use, or a structure, I'm going to use that.
Can you use that now?
I could use it now if I wanted to, because I've got my orc ability to build a unit.
Right.
So I could literally build a boy unit for free, or an onslaught attack ship for free.
But you're going to wait.
Because they are 2 points. and I'm only level 0 on my command, but I'm going to wait. I'm going to keep hold of that. I'm not going to build one because I'd have to build it in this sector as well.
Right.
Because you started moving troops back there, I'm getting a bit nervous myself. So, your turn.
So that's a build order. Right. So I'm currently at level 1.
Yep. So you can build Space Marines,
yeah,
cultists.
I'm going to build another Space Marine, to be quite honest.
Ooh. So they are how many points?
3 points. So that takes me down to 3. Pop in there.
Okie dokie. Okay. And build. The build order. Okay, I am going to build. Don't know whether I want to do it there or not. Yeah, I'm not actually going to. I'm going to ignore this order for this turn now. It's close to activating with forces, so I'm going to do what I was going to plan on doing. I'm changing my plan as I go. So because I haven't used that, it goes on top of my event pile. Or destroying a onslaught ship because the bases will not stay on. I'm going to have to connect them in. Okay.
Okay. So that's another movement.
Yep.
But I'm not going to use that.
I'm getting nervous now about this. Like,
yeah. So I'm going to...
It's not very orky or a world eater.
No, it's not really.
Like,
come on. Angrel's not impressed with me at all. So, yeah, your turn.
My turn. I'm going to pull that up, which is a strategise order. Which I can't use because I need friendly units in that area. It was simply just to
Sight me out.
I think I was going to do an advance order. But you didn't fall for it. You didn't keep your troops in that area. So that's just going to get wasted anyway. And that's going to go on top of my event pile regardless. So your turn.
Reveal that one, which is a strategise.
Yep.
And with that I can purchase an upgrade, is that correct?
You can either go combat upgrades from your combat deck or other upgrades from... I can't remember, what is it? It's other upgrades, I keep calling them that.
So I'm going to purchase... Yeah, I think you know which one I'm going to
Oh,
purchase.
for flip's sake.
Because I'm...
It's not dark or...
Yeah, because I'm
Ritual,
command
is it?
level 1 because I'm a city.
Yeah.
And I spend 2 points. I get Dread Ritual.
Yeah, you can buy that now.
Yeah.
And I can use that to build things above my level. I'll get cheaper with this cultist.
So after you resolve this order, you may purchase 1 unit of command, level 2 or less, reducing its material cost by 1 for each cultist active in the system.
I flipping hate that one.
So that brings me down to 1.
Flipping hate that one.
It is a nasty little upgrade pack.
Yeah.
It's handy.
Right, so I've got another strategise order. This time I could buy something if I want to. And I am going to. So, this time I'm going to buy it from the command deck. So, I'm going to put this down to my side there. And when you buy something from command deck, what happens is you've got your command upgrades here. Each command upgrade will have a duplicate card. You only pay the cost for one card, but you take both. So, in this case, I am going to take... it has to be... I have to keep an eye on the command level as well. So at the moment I'm at command level 0, so I can only take a 0 card. So a quick flick through. So obviously they're 3s, 2s. So I can't take any of them yet, so they have to go there. So that leaves me with these ones. Sea of Green's a pretty good one. I'm tempted with Sea of Green. Not just because it sounds like a Beatles song, but because I could place one free reinforcement token in this area. If you have more unrated units than your opponent chooses and routes one of his units unless he spends a morale point, which we'll get to later. So that's a good card. The other one that's very tempting is Knob Bikers, just because it gives you 2 attack and 1 defence immediately. And your opponent has to roll an attack. And if I have any knobs in the area, I gain an extra attack. So, I'm going to go with Knobs Bikers. So what you do, you take the 2 cards out of the upgrade deck, and put them there for a second. Then you get your combat deck, which is this one. and you have to discard 2 cards. So when you go into the combat deck, these cards are the ones, I think I said this before, but I can't remember. These are the ones that have got like the symbol, and these are your starting ones. You'll notice the upgrade ones don't have that symbol, so that's how you can find the starting ones. But you have to get rid of 2 of them, they have to be the same one. So for instance, Slugger Boys. It's an okay upgrade. I can get rid of that one. Or there's Shooter Boys, or there's Gretchen. So the thing about Gretchen is it does give you tokens, but it doesn't give you any extra things. So I'm going to get rid of Gretchen. So they're going there. So they go into the bottom of the upgrade cards, because I can always get them back for free if I want, but there doesn't seem much point. And these go into my command deck. So you always have 10 cards in this deck. You never have any more. And then I'm going to shuffle that again. And that is my strategise turn. A bit convoluted because you're buying upgrades, but there we go. So now it's Claire's turn.
So that's a build icon.
Yep.
Use that one.
Before I forget, obviously I need to take my thing down by 2 because that cost me 2 material.
Right. Just out of interest, these tokens here,
Yeah.
I can purchase
Units and structures only.
structures.
Yeah, the cash tokens. Units and structures only.
Okay. So, can I build
A snowman.
do you want to build a snowman?
No, I want to build some orcs.
Yeah. The cultists cost 2, and an icon class destroyer costs 2. So I can spend those 2. Is that right?
Yeah.
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 I am right in thinking that, aren't I? So I'm going to use.
You're buying one of each.
I'm buying one of each, yeah.
For free.
So he'll go on there. I'm going to place him there.
In space.
In space.
No one can hear you. Scream. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's that done.
Cool. I'm here now. So that's dominate. So that gives me a reinforcement token, and it gives me a hammer icon, which is that. And that uses that up. So that's going to call there. Okay.
Mhm. That is a dominate. So I get whatever on the seals, is that right?
Yeah.
So I get a hammer and a cog.
Yeah, it's a good system, that.
Mm.
It doesn't give you any material, but it gives you a hammer and a cog. Hard to defend though, because it's only got 2 unit capacity.
Yeah. I'm not going to use the special ability either for now.
Okay. I am using the deploy order from there. So I am going to use my cog that I have, which will reduce the cost by 2 of the next thing I buy, which is a city, reducing it to the cost of 1, which is there. Also, before I do that, I'm buying a knob unit for 3 points in this area anyway. So he's going to go there, and then I'm going to build my city. So the knob costs 3 points as well. And because I was only command level 0, I have to spend one of them, which is unfortunate because I've just built a city as well. But I have to spend one of them to be able to upgrade my command level to 1 to build that before I build the city. Bloody convoluted or what? You see, if I had the work faster upgrade, I wouldn't have had to do that. But bang. So that's there. So my command level is now 1. So now I can build knobs out using hammers.
So I've got to strategise,
Yeah.
which I'm not going to use.
Yeah.
So I've not much points left. Oh, actually, no. I can use it.
Can you?
Yeah. I'll spend my last materium to get.
Have you got a 1 point upgrade?
Yeah. I think I will.
Oh, there are 1 point upgrades.
Yeah. I'm going to buy that one. Fear from above.
Fear from above. During this orbital strike, gain a dice. Oh, I hate you. And spend 1
Equivalent.
to force your opponent to rout any unit that suffers damage. Oh, you're evil.
So that brings me down to 0 now.
You're pure evil.
Angron said I have to try better, so I had my appraisal last week. He said I had to try better. I wasn't very worldy to it. So I'm really trying.
Okay. That's the move icon, which I am not going to use now. So that's going on top of my deck. Your turn.
That's a dominate. So use that and get cash and a hammer.
So now I'm in a bit of a quandary of what to do, because I know what my last order is, which is an advance order. So using my alt rocks, I could fly to this void space here and attack that world.
My little world, my little cultist on.
However, I've got to be sure I can win to do this.
You can win.
And then I've got to be able to hold that world against your onslaught of space marines.
No. Although, you probably could.
It's tempting to do because it's got a cog on it and the material cost. It reduces yours by 1 and increase mine by 1. But it also leaves me very open to being annihilated. Because if I was to move there, you could path from there to there using your spaceship and attack that world, which would then be defended probably, and just take your objective, and then probably move on to that one and take your objective. So that would leave my door way too open to being ripped apart. So I'm going to ignore that. That goes on top of my footpad. And again, we've got to the end of another turn. We just need to do the refresh phase, which is collect objectives. No one has any. Collect materials. I have 6 again. You have
1, 2,
5 again.
4, 5. Yep.
Yep.
So it takes me up to 5.
Takes me back to 6. Rally units. No one's not even rallied because we haven't fought yet. And then we need to take the event cards. This time I've got 4 tokens.
I've got 2.
So you take 2 event cards. I take 4.
Okay. I know which one I'm using. I picked mine already.
Have you?
Yeah. You're going to hate me even more.
I know.
Yeah.
Got a few good tactics I can use now, so I'm just having a look. Yeah, I know what I'm going for.
Okay.
So play at the same time. What's that one?
So that Prayer to the Dark
Oh,
Gods
for
one.
Holy Hellfire and Brimstone.
So place this card in your play area and discard all of your other schemes. When you play, when another player moves a warp storm, you can discard this card to prevent that movement and instead move that warp storm to any 8 of the 8 directions.
Okay, so move the warp storm that you're going to move anyway.
So,
You resolve yours first.
yeah, so I move that one at the top.
Yeah.
And come down to here, is that right?
So you can move that one, not in that, not in that direction, because there's nothing there.
Yeah, so I can move it to the
Or you
side
can
of me,
move it
can't I?
there.
Yeah, so I'm going to move it there. To there. Can I have my card back, please?
Yeah, there you go. Damn it. Okay, so I'm using the looting and stealing tactic, which means I gain 2 material and Claire has to lose an asset of her choice. Taking me to 8. And then I need to move a warp storm, so I can't move that one, so it has to be that one, which either has to go there or there. So I'm going to move that there. And there we go. So now we just need to end the round by you passing me the first player icon, and you're moving the turn counter along to turn 3. Yay. Okay, so now I'm the first player on turn 3. So, start deploying some things. Let's go in there.
That's going to go there.
Just going to go there. Okay, so I have to go first. You look terrified.
Yeah, no, I just can't remember where I put one of my tokens, and I'm hoping I've not doubled up.
So strategise. So this is where I can buy either upgrades or various things. So
Postman.
Postman. So just checking. I'm going to buy an upgrade from the combat deck again. Even though my command value is now 1, I basically I can only still buy the zeros because there's no ones. So I am going to buy Sea of Green, which is the one I was looking at before. Which means I've got to go through my pile of cards and find one I don't want to get rid of. So I'm going to get rid of the Mech Boy cards. And now I've got the bottom. That goes into my combat deck. I reshuffle that. Right. Okay. So that's my strategise order, and that cost me 2 points, so I need to take that from 8 down to 6. There we go. So now it's close turn.
I just realised what that card said actually. So, it's a place this card in your play area and discard all of your other schemes. Well, I've got a scheme there, so
Yeah.
I'll have to destroy that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a shame, really, because that's the one I was going to use. Never mind. Okay. So I can only go one, which is that one, which is a move.
Move.
I'm going to move this guy into here.
Yep.
I'll leave it at that.
Okay. That's okay. You don't like that. Okay. I'll move that. That's a dominate order. So I'm going to grab myself a little one of them because I can. And use part of the dominate order. I'm going to use that to build an orc knob unit. There. So that'll cost me 1 instead of 3 because I've used the cash token. And then that goes back onto the...
I don't know why you didn't like that. I'm only waving at you. It's not like I'm going to do anything.
Yeah. Go on.
Is that which is a strategise?
Strategise.
Which I'm not going to use at this moment in time. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Really?
Mm.
Okay. So dominate. So I'll gain a reinforcement and a hammer. And should I use that to build a unit? No, I'm not going to use that to build a unit yet. Your turn.
It was a movement.
Movement.
Which I was going to do something, but now I don't think I will.
Are you going to attack that planet? Also bear in mind, I don't know if you know this or not, there's the viewers might not know this, you can do a thing with spaceships called an orbital strike.
That's what I was going to do.
Yeah, one thing to bear in mind though is that when you're attacking a world that's got a bastion on it, just let me find the exact wording in these many books I'm looking at.
I take it you'd be able to shoot back, probably.
Shoot back. I wish, that'd be cool. So yeah, if there's a bastion on the planet, you cannot orbital strike against that world, unless you've got some other ability that allows you to do it. That doesn't mean you can't orbital strike this sod down there and rob me of 3 points, and then use your ships to invade later on. Doesn't mean you can't do that. Right. So, did you not use the advanced move at all? Or
I'm thinking about it because you've got 2 guys on there.
yeah.
Still orbital strike. Try me chance. Try me luck.
You can still orbital strike the other world, yeah.
Yeah.
Alternatively, if you'd like me to suggest a move to you,
Yes.
just to tempt you
Yeah.
into wasting your guys. Obviously, if you attack with ships, you then got a path
Yeah.
all the way through. Just to, if you want to bring the pain. But can 3 Chaos Space Marines and 2 cultists, 3 cultists, all the cultists you can path through. You can only move up to 5 units. So basically, 3 Space Marines and 2 cultists from wherever you take them against a mob,
Yeah.
bastion, and my little pile of reinforcement tokens,
Yeah.
which has been growing steadily.
Yes, I have noticed that. Although I do have this fear from above during this orbital strike, gain 1 dice, and you may spend 1 Aquila to force your opponent to rout any unit that suffers damage during the orbital strike. So because I've got 2 icon classes, I get 4 dice, because it's 2 dice each. And if I'm lucky, well actually I get another dice, wouldn't I? If I'm lucky I might be able to squish 1.
I suppose you could squish him, yeah?
I could squish him.
You're going to get 4 dice when you do your orbital strike. Your choice.
I could squish him.
Oh, she's going for it.
I'll go for it, so I'll move him to here.
Yeah.
And squish him.
So when you do orbital strike, if you just tell the good folks at home,
Yeah.
basically, have you got your... do for the one? Yeah. So your iconoclast ships are there, and they have 2 attack dice. So when you do an orbital strike, you roll all the attack dice in your fleet. In this case, that'll be 2 ships at 2 dice, making 4 dice.
But also I have that one.
You have this ability here, Fear from Above. During this orbital strike, gain a dice, so that takes you to 5. And you can spend any Aquilas that you roll to force your opponent to rout any unit that suffers damage. So normally when you take damage from an orbital strike, either the unit's destroyed or not. Normally you take damage in a battle. If your unit gets hit, they become routed, and then they get more damage later maybe. But normally when you do an orbital strike, they cannot be routed, but with this card they can, which will make them difficult to defend that world for this turn.
Landed on.
Reroll that one, because so I wish I hadn't said that. So you rolled 3 shields,
3 shields.
which do nothing, and 2 guns, which do something. That causes 2 wounds to my to my old boys. My old boys, this little skull there is their wounds icon. They only have 2, so they are dead. Deaded.
And you dropped a card.
On the floor.
Card retrieved.
Card retrieved. Okay. Don't want to lose me out rocks.
No.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So, build. Now you took away what I was going to do, so I'm going to do something else. So I am going to spend a forge icon to build something higher than I should be able to. I'm going to spend another forge icon to build something really big.
Oh,
And I'm going to spend all 5 points that I've got. Ding.
What are you building?
To build a kill cruiser.
Oh, right.
So I've broke myself doing that. But to just show you that on the thing, it costs 5 production points. I've got to spend a hammer. I'm currently level 1, so I used another hammer to push myself to level 2. I was going to build a battle wagon actually, but I thought, no, I'm going to build this. So it's only a point more and another hammer, and I had some hammers spare. So I may as well build a kill cruiser. Wow. Don't know why I said that. It's not very lucky.
You didn't.
Right, go on.
I can't go. You
Oh, right,
blocked
so
me
I've
completely.
I've blocked you. So I'll do this one. So advance. So I am going to advance my kill cruiser into your zone there,
Mhm.
and I'm going to pay you back for that orbital strike by doing an orbital strike.
Mhm.
And I get 3 dice, so I've got a lesser chance. I don't have any fancy bonuses like you Chaos Boys do. And what's your health on a cultist?
On a cultist it's 2, so
So to do anything I need 2
bolt pistols.
bolt pistols. 2 bolt pistols.
So that's him dead.
Squished. Tit for tat.
Tit for tat, yeah.
Squish. Okay, so it's your turn.
So that's a
Dominate.
Dominate.
So you're getting yourself a cash. Should have
Oh.
blasted that one. Bugger. I wanted to get rid of your resource.
your turn again.
My turn again. So that is a strategize. I have no cash left at all, so I can't do anything with that. So it gets dropped onto my event card deck.
So I've got to strategise.
Yep.
I don't think I'm going to use that, to be quite honest,
Okay.
for now.
Right. I am going for this one. So that's advance. And do I feel brave? No, I don't. For the same reasons I didn't advance before. So that's just going to get put on top of my event card deck.
So that's a
Dominate. So you're getting yourself a little cash token.
Yep.
And a reinforcement token.
Yep. And I can use my special ability, can't I?
If you wish.
Which I'm going to place him back on there.
Just to stick 2 fingers up to me.
Yeah. You may have killed my cultist, but I have many more. No, it's
Fair
your
enough.
turn. Might have been
So
a
my
bad idea.
last token is there, which is to build. But again, I have no points left, so that will be an event token now. Your turn.
So that is a build icon. And I'm going to spend that to build 1 more cultist.
Okay.
And
Don't mind taking that off, you need to do that.
put him there. That's that one done.
Yep.
And I've still got 1 guy there. haven't
Yep.
I?
Because I stopped you for a turn. So
Oh, you did. Yes, that's another build.
another build.
So I'll spend another one of them.
Yeah.
Build another cultist.
Really?
Yeah.
You could have done that in 1 turn.
I could have done.
You just
but
did that
I
to-
just did it for effect.
Okay, fair enough.
I forgot, to be quite honest.
Fair enough, yeah, that's alright. So that's the operations phase ended. We've still not seen a combat, but now we collect objectives, which no one has. We rally any unit, collect material. I'm only collecting 3 because your orbital strike shenanigans.
5, I collect 5.
Yeah.
So it takes me up to 10.
So that's really done me some damage actually, that orbital strike. Rally any units, which no one needs rallying. And then we need to take event cards. Now I've got 4 tokens. So
Mine won't go past 7, unfortunately, my little dial.
Good, that's good.
My little dial's got stuck. Completely.
So I've got to shuffle these, so we shuffle them. So 1, 2, 3 and 4.
So what have we moved on to while I've been faffing around with my flipping dial?
Have you done it?
Yeah, it's really stuck. So what's the next phase? Sorry.
Well, if you've been paying attention...
Well, I've been faffing with my dial!
I know, if you weren't faffing with your dial and you were paying attention to the war, you'd have took your event cards.
Right, well, I have done that. Right.
So, ready?
Yep.
Yep. So we're going to be looting and stealing.
I'm
That's
going
a cool card.
through the wall.
There's only a picture on that, that's really cool.
Yeah. So that means I have to destroy that one.
Yeah.
So that one's destroyed.
Yeah. So,
yeah.
There you go.
So that's a cool picture, that.
So tactic, I gain 2 assets and you lose 1. So I gain 2 material and you lose an asset of your choice. Okay. Right, and now we need to move the warp stones.
Yes.
So I'm going to move this one maybe. Should move it behind that and that one. Move it there. So I'm going to move that to there.
Okay.
Reshuffle the events because I didn't do it last time.
So I'm going to move that one to there.
Yep. Okay.
Okie dokie.
I just need to pass you the first person token and push it to turn 4. Okay, so turn 4. Let's see if we actually bother to attack each other other than just jabbing at each other with spaceships.
Rasping at each other.
Okay, so you're first player now, so you place token first.
Put that up there.
There you go. Okay.
Okay.
Yep. We're good.
We're good. Okay. I'm going to go for this one here, which is a dominate. So I'm going to collect the resources. So that's a little flag and a cog.
It's cog, flag.
And I think that's all I'm going to do. I'm going to use my special ability.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay, I am going to build. So I'm going to build a bastion for 2 points on this world. It's another world I can build a bastion on. So I'm going to move them out of the way a little bit, and I need a little bastion icon, please. Playing very defensively for orcs, it's not like me.
No!
Right, your turn. I'm going to stiffen my brew as well.
Yeah.
I'm thirsty.
Oh, I've got another dominate.
Where was that from, sorry?
Over there.
There.
So I'll have another little
Cog.
flag.
I hate that. It's a bloody good system, that, with all those cogs and flags.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep.
Your turn.
Yep. It's an advance order.
Oh.
We're going to war.
We're going to go to war.
We're going to war.
Okay.
Going to war. Boys.
So.
I've had enough of sitting around on this planet and doing bugger all. We're going to war. So I'm going to use my Orc Rock ability to fly through the void and slam into your planet.
Okay. So
I'm taking all my boys with me.
you're taking everyone with you.
Yeah.
So, just remind me who I take. Can I take me Chaos Warriors?
No, you take who's on that planet.
Oh, right.
Because I'm attacking that planet.
Oh.
I'm not that brave.
Oh, little guys. Little cultists.
Yeah. So, I'm going to move the camera down. So yeah, I'm going to move the camera down here. You don't need to take the models off the board. It was doing it just so I can show you a bit better what's actually going on. So, the orcs have invaded one of Claire's worlds using their orc rocks. Claire has some reinforcement tactics. So what's actually meant to happen is I'm meant to declare mine first.
Oh, sorry.
So 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm bringing 4 reinforcements, keeping 1 back.
I'll bring 4 and keep 1 back.
Okay. So the first thing we do is we don't do that yet either. So just to confuse everyone, it's just to confuse everyone. We bring the models that we're bringing in. So this is how the combat goes. You bring in the models that you're going to fight. You calculate their attack, the total attack, which is basically the sum of all these little blues. So I have 3 orc boys at 2 and 1 knob at 2, meaning that's 8 dice. Now, the maximum dice you can have is 8. You have a dice pool of 8, and during the game you might be allowed to roll more dice, but if you've used all your dice, you can't do it. So the max side dice for each side is 8. So I'm rolling all 8.
And I
What's
can
Claire
only
rolling?
use 2, because my cultists only have 1 dice each, so...
It's not the end of the world, because you might get abilities on your combat cards that allow you to use more dice. But you roll the dice, and then you line up what you got. So I've got an attack, which is the bolter symbol, attack, attack. I've got an Aquila, and I've got 3 defense icons.
I think I'm going to be squished.
So you roll the dice first, and these dice do not move now, unless a card tells you to move them. They stay there for the whole combat. The next thing is we declare how many we reinforce, and we kind of already done that, but we do it at this point. Declare reinforce, and I'm reinforcing 4. The attacker declares first, then a defender can declare. So if you want to put that 5th one in that you've got over there, you can do.
No, I think I'll leave that one. I'll just do the 4.
So 4 and 4. So next comes the execution phase. Now the execution phase involves picking up your 10 cards that you've got and then dealing yourself 5 randomly. Then you put the rest back down, and these are the 5 cards that you'll use through the 3 execution phases. So each card, I'll show you this on the camera, each card has these values here, which is what you're adding to the combat. They also have abilities here and here. The attacker resolves these abilities first, just so you know. So I've chosen my card I'm going to play. Claire needs to choose hers. And you reveal them at the same time. Claire's gone for Lure of Chaos, and I'm going for Sea of Green. So we put that next to the combat. These icons, so Claire's got a Aquila icon added, I've got a combat and a shield icon added to this combat. And I go first, so the ability on mine, which is just one green ability, says place one free reinforcement token in this area. Okay. If you have more unrouted units than your opponent, which I do, because all these units are unrouted, even the tokens as well, your opponent chooses and routes one of their units unless they spend an Aquila. So you do have an Aquila to spend.
I'll spend an Aquila then.
It'll stop you from routing a unit.
Yeah.
Okay. So now we resolve the text on your card.
So your opponent may choose and route one of his units to gain 1 dice if he does not place a free cultist or iconoclast in this area.
So again, I can route one of my units to get a free dice. I wouldn't gain the free dice because I've used all my dice. But this would mean Claire would place a free iconoclast. So I'm going to route one of my flags. So to route a flag, you simply turn it over to the red side to stop you from getting a new cultist. Because I've done that before and thought, oh, it's only a cultist, and it's lost me the game, that card. So I'm wary of that one.
So I gain either 2 bolters or 2 defence.
Defence tokens.
So I think I'm going to have
Is that per cultist?
Don't know, it just says cultist or iconoclast. So I would assume it's for each cultist.
Okay, so you gain 2 tokens, either defence or attack. You're going defensive.
Yeah, try and
So these are
reduce if I
tokens.
can.
These do add to the total, but you lose them between each execution round. So we've played our abilities, we've played our first cards. So now we total up the attack and defence values. Claire's defence is 2 from those 2 tokens she's got. My attack value is 4 from the dice, 1 from the card. So I hit with 5 and you defend with 2. So 5 minus 2 is 3. So you take 3 damage to your guys.
So
I'd start with the flag.
start with these. So
how many hit points do they have?
they have 2. So that's
So 2 to the first one kills it, and then 1 to the second one routs it.
Yeah. So I'll put that back on over there.
Yep. And you always put damage onto unrouted models first, or units. So that's the first round of combat. Now Claire will shoot back at me,
Which
doing
is
1
1
damage.
but you've got more.
I've got 3 defence.
So I've done nothing.
Yeah. So you should now have 4 cards in your hand, and for the next execution round you choose another card. And you remove any tokens that are there.
Yeah.
So I've chosen a card. When you're ready.
Okay.
So I'm going with Shooty Boys.
I'm going with Dark Faith.
Dark Faith. Right, so these add on to the existing cards as well, just for reference. So resolving mine first, I add 2 guns to the total, and I must re-roll all my defence dice. It's not great. So I got attack, attack and attack.
Yeah.
So many shots.
So I'm pretty dead this.
But I have no defence now.
Yeah, I'm pretty dead this turn though, I think, with all that lot.
And your opponent must re-roll 1 defence dice, but you don't have any.
No.
For each of our note boys. Okay, so now yours.
So I gain 1 Aquila.
Yep.
I gain another
Again,
Aquila
another
there.
Aquila.
So if you have more Aquilas than your opponent, place 1 free
do.
cultist on another friendly or uncontrolled world in this system, which there isn't one. Oh yes, there is.
There is, there's 2.
So
There's the one with the 3 Chaos Space Marines on, the one with just a cultist on.
I'll put the one with just a cultist on, put another one there.
So you get 3 cultists somewhere else. That's not bad.
Yeah.
Planning for the next war. Because the orcs have come en masse.
They have, yeah.
So now we resolve the combat. Starting with the attacker, I've got 3 attack symbols here. and I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's 10.
I think we've killed them then.
Which
2, 4, 6, 8.
Will kill.
Yeah. It'll kill all of them. Because that one's going to be killed. Well, that one's going to be killed.
2, 2, 2, 2, and then 1.
Yeah.
Which isn't enough to kill the rated one. But yeah, it does kill 4 guys. Oh, it does kill the right ones, well done.
Yeah, it will do, yeah. So you've won.
It's a hell of a lot of firepower coming out.
Yeah.
But you do return fire.
Which is not going to do anything.
Because I've got a shield on this card.
Yeah, so, yeah.
So on round 2 of the execution, the orcs kind of overwhelmed.
The cultist.
So what you do now is return these cards to your combat hand. And return all your combat cards to your combat deck. Reshuffle that. Then you move all the dice back to your area, which Claire's already done. So any of these reinforcement tokens, I did come in with a lot, more than I needed, which was unfortunate, get discarded. Did you discard yours as well?
Well, you killed them all, didn't you?
Yeah.
So.
You had one over there. So.
Yes, I did.
Yeah. So I've used all my reinforcements on that little victory. But it's not much of a victory because there's one last thing to do. Yep, so we're back onto the main map now. So I'm on this world, I've taken it from the Chaos Space Marines. But you'll notice I've got 4 guys in that combat that survived, and there's 3 icons. The problem is you're not allowed to have more on there than the icons on there. So at the end of an order, if you've got more people on his onion than you're allowed to, and just for reference, I can't remember where I said it or not, voids are allowed 3 in, and planets are allowed whatever the unit is. You've got to destroy any excess units, so I've just lost that boy, which is a shame. But I have taken that world, but it does leave this world undefended at the moment. So, swings and roundabouts, but I hope that sort of enlightens you to combat a bit. We'll get into more rugged combats later, because that was a bit one-sided actually. I expected the colours to put a bit more of a fight.
No, there was only 2 of them.
That Sea of Green's a good card as well.
Yeah.
I'm glad I bought that, because when we played a example, when we were trying to figure it out, I didn't buy any upgrades, and I think that's what lost me the game really. So, now it's Claire's turn.
That's movement.
Movement.
So I can't move into there. I could move my ships.
You could move your 2 ships into that zone, but you can only move troops from the same zone as ships.
Yeah, so
you can move your ships in, do your bombardment thing again.
Yeah,
on this world.
Yeah.
Or you can, because you can't move the troops because I've now blocked your path.
Block my path, yeah.
Because I knew you were going to attack me, you see, so that was my main reason for doing it.
I'm not going to do anything, so I'm going to put that there.
Yeah. Okay.
Mhm.
Right. So that's a strategise order. So I am not going to use that, so it's going to go straight on top of my event pile. Next Claire's turn.
That one. So that's a strategise.
Yeah.
So I might buy some upgrades.
You're going to buy upgrades to
My deck.
your deck.
Yeah.
Good idea.
Okay, so I'm going to go for Mark of Corn.
For 2 coins, for 2
two materiums.
Coins.
So, coins.
Something onto Warhammer mod.
Yeah. So that allows me gives me 2 bolt pistols.
Yeah, combat.
Spend either 1 bolt pistol or 1 Aquila to gain 3 bolt pistols.
That's good.
And the next one is a Chaos Space Marine or Iconoclast. Your opponent chooses and destroys one of his routed units unless he spends 1 defense token.
Yeah,
or one defense dice, sorry.
Yeah. If he's got it.
Yeah.
So there's some really good chaos cards. I've just been looking at them. and there's some very good synergies with them as well. I like the Chaos faction. The Orc faction's a little bit random, but I like that as well. I mean, they've done a really good job with giving the factions flavours, I think.
Yeah.
Considering they're just little pieces on a board, they're not just carbon copies of each other in different colours, which is what I thought the game might be. I was a bit worried about that, but they've really given the game flavour. They've really given it. I think you feel like you're playing Chaos.
Yeah.
And I feel like I'm playing the Orcs.
Yeah. So I'm going to get rid of Impure Zeal.
Pure Zeal.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going more tacky.
Yeah, I think I need to really. I need to go more, blood for the blood god, skulls for the skull throne.
I would agree with that. Okay.
Okay.
So, my turn. So, dominate. I get myself another reinforcement counter and another hammer icon. And I can buy a unit if I want, and I'm going to. So, when I resolve dominate, I place a unit on this world, in this area. So, I'm going to spend all 3 of my remaining points to build an Orc Knob and put him there.
Okay.
Because that world's very undefended at the moment. Next your turn.
Okay. So that's a build icon, which I was just going to put there anyhow, just to freak you out. Not that I can build anything. No, I was always going to expand
So
it.
there's a build icon on my home system. And I have no money left to spend, so I won't be building anything. So that can now go onto my event pile.
So that's a build icon.
Yep.
Which I am going to use. I'm going to use my Dread Ritual.
Yo, crap. So Dread Ritual, just to recap, it reduces the cost of a unit by the amount of cultists you have in the system.
Yeah.
So there's 2 cultists, so reduce the cost whether you buy by 2.
Yeah.
Plus you can build, is it 2 commands 2 or lower?
Yeah.
So you can build anything from the 0, 1 or 2 commands. So the only thing you can't build is a Reaver Titan using the ability on the card.
Yeah.
However, you could build a Reaver Titan if you had all the correct things.
But I don't, so
that card just doesn't let you do it on your own.
No.
But you still get the cultist bonus.
Yeah.
Regardless.
So I'm going to build a Hellboat.
Oh, that's nice.
Which is 2.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's command 2.
I'm get my arse handed to me in a second. I can feel it coming.
I'm going to use my coins.
Yeah.
Which is 4. Sorry, actually no, because I've got 2 cultists there, isn't it?
Yeah. So you reduce the cost by 2.
2. So
How much does it cost?
4.
4. So it costs 2.
2. So
And you're using a coin to make it cost nothing.
yeah.
That's
So
nice.
I'm going to build Hellboat.
Hellboat.
And he's going to go there.
So a dark ritual has made it out of bits of skull and dead people and cultists and
Yeah.
And
The
then some
cultists that you slew.
cash lying around. So
Yeah. Picks up an arm and a leg and a foot and stuffed it all together into this iron, giant thing and hope for the best.
an iron giant.
Yeah.
All right. The iron giant. Okay.
Okay.
My turn. So I have a movement order there.
Yeah.
So
I'm going to squish him up.
I'm going to attack you because I'm orky and that's the way it's going to go.
So you're going to attack
So-
that little one with the...
I can use my orc rocks to pass through this space. Use the spaceship in this space, so a friendly path.
Why don't you
Straight to that
orbital strike?
Because I'll roll 3 dice and I might kill you and I might not.
Okay. Why don't you orbital strike then try and kill me?
Because you can only initiate an orbital strike if you haven't initiated a conflict.
Oh, right.
So you've got to do one or the other. I would like to orbital strike you, but no.
Okay, that's fine. I just wondered.
So the question now is, do I move both units and secure my victory, or do I just move one?
Personally, I would use 1 because he's going to kill him, no problem.
Right. I'll take your advice. Let's skip to the end of this. Why didn't I take them all? So 1v1. So let's move the camera down again. Okay, so here we are, we're back. So first job is to add up how many dice we've got.
1.
1. I've got 2. So roll dice. So I get an attack and a defence.
I get a defence.
So far, not much is happening. Now we declare how many reinforcements we're bringing in.
1.
I'm going to bring 1 in as well. I declare first, basically.
Oh, right, sorry.
I was going to bring 1 in anyway. Just because I don't want to lose my knob. That could have come out better. Now I need to shuffle the combat deck.
You said that last night when we played the practice run and I couldn't stop laughing.
2, 3, 4, 5. So these are 5 cards. And I'm attacking, so... So yeah, I'm going to play this card. You ready? I'll just carry on.
Sorry.
You could just try and do as much damage as possible to me. I mean, that's always an option.
Yeah, I'm just looking through my cards to see what I've got that will cause damage. Because of the roll, I can't use...
Or you just go defensive and try and outlast me.
Yeah, I think that's possibly what I'm going to do. Okay.
Biker knobs.
Oh dear.
And Lure of Chaos. So, let's put them down. So I add 2 attack and a defence to my totals when we fight. My opponent must re-roll all damage dice, but you don't have any. And I gain a damage dice if I've got a knob in the area or an onslaught attack ship. So, sorry, a damage token. So if you just pass me a damage token, please. For this turn.
Okay, so...
You get an Aquila.
Yeah, I get an Aquila. So your opponent may choose and route one of his units to gain 1 dice. If he does not, I place 1 free cultist or iconoclast in that area.
So I'm going to route my backup unit.
And cultists gain either 2 shooty or 2 defence. I'm going to go for the defence.
Yep, that's probably for the best. Okay, so now we work out combat. So I've done 1, 2, 3, 4 hits against you, but you've got 3 defence now, so you only take the 1 hit. It's not enough to kill you, so you have to rout a unit because it suffers some damage, but not enough to kill it. So you shout back at me, you've no attack, so that's that.
I just shout, Fosredor! At you.
Nothing
happened! Yeah, so...
So we remove the tokens, because they don't persist, and now we begin by playing another card. We've got our attack, so I
I'm going to go
see
for
a
that
green
one.
card again, but I didn't. So I'm going to shoot a boys, you're going Dark Faith. Just put them on the camera a bit better. It's way too high. So I've just put that up. So I'm getting another 2 attack from this. I've got to re-roll all my defence dice. And as long as I've got some orc boys, which I don't. So that's another attack. So I don't have any orc boys because they're routed. I would have, if that would count as orc boys, if it wasn't routed. So that would have made you re-roll your defence dice. So now you use your ability. So you get another Aquila.
I get another Aquila.
Yep.
Aquila back.
No, it's not. It's not a dice. Oh, it is a dice.
It
Sorry.
is, yeah.
Sorry, I wasn't.
It's all right.
I was looking at that, thinking you meant that. So you get an Aquila from that.
Yeah, I get.
You get an Aquila from that.
Yeah. And if you have more Aquilas than your opponent, I can place 1 free cultist on another friendly or uncontrolled world in that system. So
there is a world.
There is a world that's so I can put him there. Put another one on there.
Yeah, that's not good. So even if I win this battle, I'm screwed now. Okay, so now I calculate combat. So I have 2 attacks and 2 from this card and 2 from this card. So that's 6 attacks coming through, which will be enough to
kill me.
Minus your 1 defence is 5, which is enough to kill both those units. You have no attack.
Nothing.
No attack.
Nothing
so
at
I've
all.
only got 1 defence, but you have no attack.
Nope.
So my orcs have actually wrecked again on the second turn. But I've kind of overextended myself a bit now, I know I have. Okay, so put all the cards back, put the dice back. Any counters that we used go into the discard pile. And okay, so I've now gained that world. So yay, me. And Glaston.
My turn.
Yep.
Oh yes, forgot what we were doing then.
Yep.
So I've got a movement, but I can't.
But there's nothing.
There's nothing I can do.
You
So
can't path through to that.
I'm gonna put it on my.
You could move them in to there and attack, but
it's not much point. I'm waiting to use.
Probably not worth it.
No, I'm waiting to use.
Are you blocking me from moving now? So you go again.
Right. Okay. So that's a strategy card, which I might use actually. I'm going to use.
Okay.
So I'm going to spend them on these. Mark them to each.
Yep, for 2 points.
2 points, so that brings me down to 6.
How do you get so many points, you? Keep spending the tokens, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm poor.
I need to get rid of something. So
that's why I've got to be aggressive because I've no money.
I'll lose that. So I'm going to lose foul worship.
Okay. Right ho.
Mhm.
Right ho.
So the last 2 turns are yours actually.
Yep. So strategise, which again I've no money left, and dominate. So I can choose anything I want from that. So I'm taking one of them. I'm spending it immediately to build a boy unit there. And that is the end of that turn. So we just need to do the collect objectives. That's nobody. Need to collect materials. So I gain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I gain 3.
You've got a stockpile anyway though.
Yeah. Okay.
So play me counter.
It's just stiff, it really is.
Pardon. Right ho. Then we need to rally any units, which is nobody. Then we need to take the event cards.
Do we not move these things?
What things?
The what?
How are you going to do that without taking the event cards?
Oh, okay.
So you need to take your event cards. I'm taking 3. Okay, so I'm using more boys. Which gives me 2 reinforcement tokens.
I've got a tactic, which is profits and signs. Either place 2 free cultists on 1 friendly world in a system not containing any cultists, or place 1 free cultist on any friendly world. So I'm going to do the latter.
Yeah.
And place 1 free cultist on any world, and he's going to go there. So that's full up now. Full
up. So the last thing to do is for you to pass me the first player icon and change the track to turn 5. We didn't move the warp stones. After you pointed it out as well.
Right. So
mine goes up and down, that's weird.
Mine's a switchly thing.
So I'm going to move that to there.
Okay.
I've done that one before. So that's an up and down icon. Or left and right, even.
Mine's a
swizzly
one. So that one's going to go to there. So that's the only place I can really move it.
They've not really played, apart from the first turn where it got me off, it's not really played much part of that.
I do have a card that allows me to travel through the warp, so when resolving the advanced order I can fly through it basically if I wanted to.
Well, better for you.
Only for me.
Okay. Okay, so I go first, don't I? Right. So dominate. So I'm going to use that to take one of them. And I'm not going to use my special ability this turn, I'm just going to take that. Your turn.
I'm going to move.
Moving.
So I'm going to move onto the planet that you've occupied.
Yep. What are you moving with?
I'm
up to
gonna
5
move-
guys, remember?
Yeah. We move with my halberd.
Okay. So we're going into combat, aren't we?
Yeah.
So. Right, so I've got a knob, I've got 2 boys.
Yeah.
You're leaving.
I'm leaving him there and I'm going to bring 2 of these guys.
So you're bringing 2 cultists,
Yeah.
2 space marines, and a hellbrute versus a knob and 2 boys. Okay, are you reinforcing?
I have no
You're attacking?
reinforcements.
I am going to throw everything I've got into keeping this world to using all my reinforcement tokens. Okie dokie. So we need to shuffle and pick 5 cards.
Well, roll dice.
Oh, roll dice. Roll down. Okay, so I've got 6 dice. What have you got? All
All of them.
Yeah.
Which is rather rubbish. That's terrible.
It could be worse. So I've got 4 defence and 2 attack.
I've got lots and lots of defence and 1 attack.
I'm not getting through that defence then anytime soon.
Oh, that's terrible.
Okay. So do yourself 5 cards. Okay. Right. Let me know when you're ready. I'm going to clear into the camera together.
Okay.
Okay.
Let you hold them.
Yeah. It's because you can't see the screen.
No.
So you've got Mark of Tzinch and I've got our boys. So we'll go through them. So you resolve yours first because you're the attacker.
So I gain a Aquila, but I can't
Why not?
because of no more dice.
Oh, you don't die?
No.
Right. You got 2 Aquilas.
Yeah, so if I gain more, if I have more Aquilas than your opponent,
Which you do anyway, because
I replace one of my cultists on this world with a free Chaos Space
Yeah, that's
Marine.
great, thanks.
So can I replace him?
Yep.
Bonk. And I can spend up to 2 Aquilas. For each Aquila I spend, I gain either 1 bolt or...
Yeah, no Aquilas unfortunately.
No.
So that's where we are on this one. So I've got our boys, which means I must re-roll all of my attack dice, which gives me another defence and another attack. That's it. I get two defense from the card, and Orc Boys, your opponent must reroll 1 attack dice for each unrated Orc Boys, which is 5, but you've got 1. So you got to reroll that dice. Just gives you exactly the same again. So now we do combat. So you shoot at me once, I defend that with my 5 dice. I shoot at you once, you defend that with your 7 dice. And we stand there and look at each other for round 2.
Yeah. Right.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
So I'm playing Biker Knobs.
I'm going to play Law of Chaos.
Yep. So that now adds to the totals.
So your opponent may choose and mount one of his units to gain 1 dice. If he does not, place 1 free cultist or iconoclast in this area.
Okay. What's the morale of one of your cultists?
2.
2. Right, so I'm going to route him, because my morale's only 1, so he's only going to add 1 to my end of morale anyway.
Okay.
Which I think this will be decided by. I think I'm going to lose. Okay, so...
The next bit is cultist. Gain either 2 bolt pistol tokens or 2 defence tokens. So I'm going to get 2 tokens. Not that it's going to make much difference, but it'll make me feel better.
Put it down so people can see what we're doing.
Yeah.
Right, so Biker Knob. So your opponent must re-roll a attack dice. So you've got attack dice, which becomes an Aquila. So that's not going to help me out much, to be fair. And I gain a combat token as well, because I've got a knob in the combat. Okay, so now recalculate the attack value. So you've got an attack value of 2. I've got a defense value of 5, 6, 7, 8. So you don't damage me. I've got an attack value of 4. 2 from there, 1 from there, 1 from that. Against your 7 defense dice, it's going to do nothing. So all the tokens get moved, and that's the second round of combat. So at least we'll be able to show people the 3 rounds of combat.
Yeah.
And what happens when I lose? Okay, so I'm just going to come out and play that. Slugger Boys.
I'm going to play Corn's Rage then.
Yep.
Okay.
So Slugger Boys, and you do Corn's Rage first, don't you?
Yeah, so I can spend... Oh, I can't. I have nothing. I forgot.
So you're adding an attack to your...
Yeah, but I don't have the...
But you've no dice now, because I made you re-roll it.
Yeah.
So you can't use a special ability.
Your opponent chooses and mounts one of his units unless he spends 1 of his defense dice.
Defense dice. Yeah, I'm going to spend it.
So I'm not going to hurt you. So I'm just going to slap you, kind of thing.
Okay, so, and I gain a defense and an attack, and your opponent must re-roll all Aquillas. Back to an attack dice. And I can, if I've got boys in there, I can rally one of my units. So, rally. Right. So now we attack each other. I do 1 attack against your 7 defense. You do 1, 2 against my 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 defense. So we just basically blast each other. Nothing's happening. And that's the end of the combat. So what happens when there's sort of like a stalemate like this is that's when you need the Aquillas. That's what the Aquillas have been for all along. You might have been asking, why the hell are Aquillas for? Well, this is what they're for. You basically work out morale. They are the morale value of your army. So you work out any you've rolled. We haven't rolled any because I made you re-roll that. You do have 3 from your cards though. Yeah. So you're starting with 3 and I'm starting with nothing from my cards. So your morale is then equal to 3 plus the morale for each unit. So what's your morale brute?
He's 3, so that's 6.
To 6. What's a Space Marine?
2.
So that's 8.
9, 10, 11, 12.
Yep. And the cultist is?
It's 2. 14.
Okay, so mine is equal to 1 for each of my boys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 2 for my knob, which makes me to 7, so you've doubled it. So you've won the combat. So I get pushed off the world. I don't lose any casualties, no one becomes rated. I've used all my reinforcements. I didn't really need to use all of them again, I got scared. But they then go back to a friendly world. So we'll move the camera back now. Okay, so they were there, so they've right back, same way they came, back to this world. Which luckily the value's 4 for keeping people
Did they
on.
not go down because they've been routed?
They've not been routed.
Oh right.
They've just retreated.
Ah right, okay.
This world here you've captured.
Mhm.
Unfortunately for yourself,
I'm gonna have to lose.
you've got only a value of 3.
So I'm gonna lose these.
You're going to
two.
lose a space marine, which you got for free anyway.
Yeah, and
And a cultist.
Which.
So you basically lost 2 cultists that you've paid
Yeah.
for. But you've gained the world back. And kicked me out of that sector. So yeah, so put all the dice back, put all the cards back. So hopefully that shows you what happens when you go full 3 rounds. It's decided by morale as opposed to damage. Because the other 2 combats we thought were decided by damage.
Mm.
So yeah, the orcs' morale is pretty low on average. Okay, so is it my turn?
Yes, it is.
So I'm going to pick that one up. And that's say build, but I can't anymore because you've taken them away. So that's gone.
Is that one? Which is a movement.
Movement.
So I'm going to move these guys in here.
Yep.
Whoosh.
Alright, they're going there.
One there. Yeah.
Is that all you're doing?
I can attack, can't I?
Yeah, you could attack this world. I've got 1 guy on, if you wish.
It's bombardment, isn't it? Oh.
You can either bombard it with your ships or attack it with your cultists.
Oh, decisions. Can I not attack your ship?
You didn't move into the same space, but you can do if you want to. If you move them into the same space.
Oh, that's right, isn't it? Yeah. Do I want to? No, I don't think I will actually. 'Cause no.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what you're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to bombard the planet.
Oh, I can do, can't I?
Yeah.
Yeah, I might as well.
You haven't started combat, so you can still bombard the planet.
Yeah, might as well.
So it's 4 dice plus 1 for your ability.
Oh, that's right.
And you've rolled
1!
1 attack.
Wow. Oh, hang on.
But I do get routed, don't I?
Yeah, because I may spend one of them. Sorry, one of them to force my opponent.
So, just so the camera's sick, you're spending...
Right, any unit that suffers damage during this orbital
Yeah,
strike.
so you damaged me with one of them.
Yeah.
You rolled 2 aquils and 2 defence. The defences do nothing, but you can spend an aquil to make sure I get routed.
Which I will spend.
So I've now routed. Which at this point, unless you've got another advance order in there, probably won't do anything.
No.
But it's good to know. My turn.
Mhm.
So I've got a build order. So I'm going to build in that zone. I'm going to build a bastion for 2 points. So I'm going to spend my cog. And
Are you on class?
yeah, please, is it one on there for me? It's my turn. My turn.
Okay. That's a build icon.
Build icon.
So I'm going to use my dread ritual.
Yep. There's only got 1 cultist in that area.
Yeah. I'm going to build another hell brute.
Okay.
So that'll
Cost you 3, won't it?
Yeah.
Where's he going?
He's going on the main world.
This one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So I've got to strategise. Let's have a look. I'm going to build the Green Tide advancement. Now that will allow me, when I reveal another strategized token, to change it for an advance, dominate or deploy order instead. And that goes on top of my event pile. Your turn. Costs me 2 points. So I'm down to 3.
So I have an Aquila.
Yep, so dominating.
Yes. So I'll get a flag and a cash.
Yep.
And I think that's all I'm going to do. I'm not going to use my special ability.
Okay. So dominate, which gives me a reinforcement
And a
and a
hammer.
hammer. And I'm not going to actually use a special ability.
I've got a build.
Yep.
Which I don't think I can do anything with, so...
What was that? There.
Yeah.
You just did it to block me, didn't you?
Yeah.
Have an advance order. So I'm going to use that to move one guy to there. And that's that order of it.
That's that order, so that's the strategise. Which I might buy an upgrade card.
Yep.
For 2 materium.
Cool.
So, 2.
What are you buying?
I'm just going to have a look what I've got.
So what you bought?
Right, so I've bought Favourite of the Dark Gods.
Alright, cool.
So when you reveal this order token, you may place 2 of your order tokens from your play area onto the top of your event deck.
Alright, so you're basically getting yourself more events in, aren't you?
Yeah.
Alright, cool.
So I take it the play areas, the ones that you
the ones that you've already used.
put onto your deck.
So as long as you remember not to do your strategizing first.
Yeah.
You'll be able to use them. Cool. Okay, so there's a strategize order in there which I cannot use because there's no friendlies in there anymore, so that's going straight to the top of my event deck.
This one's a strategise.
Okay.
So that's going to my event deck and I'm going to use that.
Yeah.
Can I use that now?
Yeah, you bought it now, so you
Yeah.
can use it. So that goes on there and then the extra one. So yeah. Yeah, that's right. So advance. I will not be advancing, but I can use it to bombard that planet. But I'm not adjacent to it, so I can't. You could always advance into your ships and have a fight.
Well, hang on. Which one are you doing?
Yeah, I could do that. Do you think a Quill Cruiser can take out 2 onslaughts? In Battlefield Gothic it should be able to.
Hang on, well, you're saying you're not adjacent to it. I still bombarded that way.
Did you?
Mm.
You don't count as being... Does void not matter?
I don't think so. I thought it meant you can't go there to there. That's diagonal. To
Alright,
me.
but in the same system you can't.
Yeah, I would think so.
Alright, I'll have a crack at you. No. It was worth a shot. Okay.
Okay. So I've got a
Dominate,
Dominate.
which gives you a hammer and a drop and a cog.
Okay.
And now all these have fallen off. Great. So that's all the orders done, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay. So we are back to the refresh village, which is collect objectives, collect material, which I get 2, 5, 8 of.
I get 3. 2.
Onto my 3, which takes me to 11. Whoa!
Yeah,
rich.
well done.
For the first time ever. Rally any units that need rallying. And then take your event cards. So you're taking all of them, I think. I'm taking 2.
2, 3, 4, 5. I think I take 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yep.
Yep. It's not all of them. You're alright.
Yep. And then decide what you're going to play. So I've got those 2. War Boss would be handier if I had more tokens. So I'm going to keep that as a scheme, which is no. So I can discard this card when an enemy is rated in combat to destroy that unit.
So I'm going to use that one. Incantation of Tzinch. It's a tactic card, so I draw 3 from the top of my event deck, resolve the ability of one of those cards and discard all the others.
Okay.
So I've only got 2, so
Use one of those tactics.
yeah. I'm going to use this tactic. Gain 1 forged token and 1 reinforcement token.
There's your reinforced token, there's your forged token. You still need your Tzinch thing for
I do, yes.
the Warp Storm. So yeah, even though you use another card to use the ability on that, you still need to use the Warp Storm movement from that card. That is officially in the rules, I did read that.
Okay.
So I will be moving a Warp Storm thing first. I'm going to move that to there. Using that movement.
Mine can only go up and down.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to move that up there.
Cool.
Okay.
Right, so I need to pass you back the first player token.
Yep.
I need to move that one to turn 6. Hey, flying to there. Okay then.
Okay.
Yep.
That's a... thought I was missing somewhere. I didn't realise why.
Okay. So the first place. So you're the first player. So you place first. Turn 6. Fair enough. Very tactical here. What are we up to?
I know.
Right, off you go then.
Let's start with that one, so that's a
Move
movement.
order, yep.
So I'm going to move one of my cultists to here.
Yep, that's fine. Spreading the word of chaos.
Yes.
Okay. So strategise.
Don't forget about your card.
I'm going to reveal this order. I may use it as a dominate, a deploy order instead. So I'm going to dominate this area to get myself a flag and a hammer. Build up some hammers, there's not much I can do with them though at this point. Okay.
Okay. So let's say attack.
Yeah.
So I'm going to attack your ship.
Oh, here we
These
go.
two. Might be a bad idea. It probably will be.
Space battle! Space battle commence! So kill cruiser. versus
2 icon
two
class.
So we roll dice first, yeah?
Yes, so let me just check on. I got 4. How many do you get?
3.
3.
All defense dice.
Lucky. Move them back a little bit. Okay.
Okay.
Okie dokie.
Right, so are you using any reinforcements?
No, I don't think I will.
I'm going to bring one in, which is an onslaught attack ship.
Oh, should I?
Yeah, go on.
Yeah,
I'll let you do it because
sorry.
you're practicing still.
Yeah.
I'll let you do it. So, cards time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Yep.
Yep.
So, I don't know how the biking knobs are going to help me in space. Maybe they can just launch themselves across the space.
So I've gone for Mark of Corn.
Mark of Corn.
So I get 2 bolter pistols, and I can spend either 1 bolt dice to gain 3 bolt pistol things. So I'm going to do that.
Ooh.
And gain 3.
Controversial. Okay, so
Your opponent chooses and deploys one of his routed units unless he spends. So that doesn't matter.
yeah, for no routed units. So again, to attack and a defence, you have to re-roll one of your attack dice.
Do you want me to roll it again? Because I've got king.
Still an attack dice. Damn it. And I forgot an onslaught, which is what that class does. Again, an attack dice. It's token even. Sorry.
Oh, right.
Okay, so now we fight. So you are hitting me with 4, 5, 6. My defence is 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. So you destroy my onslaught attack ship. Which goes there. And then I fight back with 3 attacks, hitting you with 2 of those hits because you've only got 1 defence. How many hits does an
onslaught have? 2.
2. So that destroys your reinforcements. So there you go. Okay, so that's the first round. So second round.
Take these off.
Yep. Another token.
I've not decided yet from the second round, sorry.
That's alright.
I'm going to go with Mark of Corn again.
Alright, boys. So, go on, resolve yours first.
So I'll take that way, and I'll gain 3.
Yep. Yep. So, I must re-roll all my attack dice, I don't have any. And your opponent must re-roll one of your attack dice, but you just took it away, so, me. But it's only for Orc Boys anyway, so I can't even use that ability. So I'll just gain 2 shields for this. So, you attack me with 3 hits. And plus 4. Plus 4 for your cards.
Oh yeah, I forgot about them.
So those 3 get blocked, 4 come through, 4 hit them, 1 comes through, got 3 defence bonuses here.
Yeah.
So that gets defended. I attack back. I've got 2 attack dice. You got 1 defence. No other defence?
No.
So that one becomes routed. So, we're doing you up.
Okay.
So we know it's attack now.
Oh.
So, Lure of Chaos. And I'll attack. So, that was a bit risky of me really, but never mind. So go and resolve yours first.
Your opponent may choose to route one of his units to gain 1 dice. If he does not, I place 1 free cultist or icon class in this area.
I hate you. Go on. Off you go. Shit. That's alright.
Okay.
Yeah.
And again, either 2 bolters or 2 defence.
That's what you're going for.
I think I'll go for defence, to be quite honest.
Fair enough. You're just happy to gain an extra ship?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. For free? For nothing. Great. Okay, so must re-roll all of my defence dice. Which gives me a mixed bag, which doesn't really help. And that's it, that's for mine. So now we work out the attack. So you do
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Is that right?
Where'd you get 3 from, sorry?
Oh, sorry, those are yours, aren't they? Where's yours?
Those are tokens from the previous round.
I don't know. Are they?
Would you?
I don't know.
Yeah, they're from the previous round, those ones.
Those must be yours.
Those are the
then.
3 corn ones.
Oh, right. I
Yeah.
thought I put mine back though. Oh, never mind.
Nope. They're the 2 defence ones you just got from this round, aren't they? Yeah, so they need to go.
Yeah.
Right, so your attack is
4.
4 against my defence of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it just blocks it. My attack is now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Your defence is
3.
3. So 2 come through, so it ranks another one of your ships. That is the battle over now, because that's 3 rounds. So now we need to work out morale. So I don't know who's won this, to be fair. I've got 1 morale dice and 1 ship, which has got a morale of 4, which brings me to 5.
Right.
You've got 1 morale dice and 1 ship of
2.
2.
3.
Which gives you 3 plus 1 morale from your car,
4.
which means 4. So I've won by 1.
Yeah.
Right. So you don't lose any ships; they just get pushed back to the sector they were in. 2 of them remain ranked. My ship remains where it is, and that's that.
Yeah. So they get pushed back to that.
But as long as I don't destroy those ships, you gain an extra ship out of that. Right. Cool. And I've lost a reinforcement token. Okay, is it my turn?
It's your turn.
Right. Deployment. I am going to build a snowman. No, kidding. I am. What am I doing? Yeah. I am going to do something a bit crazy. Okay, I'm going to... No, I'm going to do it actually. God, thinking here. It's really fun to watch people think. Yeah. No, I'm not doing anything. That's going on to my vampire. Your turn.
So it's a strategise.
Yep.
So I'm just going to put that on my...
Along with 2 other...
Yeah.
You're free to... You want to choose what card you want now. From your event deck. That's pretty good. Okay. So, movement. So I'm going to move from this sector knob to there.
Okay.
I'm just going to move. I can't do that, can I? No, that's fine. Okay. Yep. That's it.
That's a build icon.
Yep.
So I am going to build. So I'm going to spend a hammer.
Yep.
Another hammer.
Yep.
Use my dread ritual.
Yep.
For one of my cultists that I've got in there.
Yep.
And I'm going to build a Reaver Titan.
Whoa.
So because I've got a cultist in there, it costs 5.
Yeah, reduced by 1.
Yeah. I'm going to
Use some tokens.
Yeah.
Using 2
So
to make it free.
yeah.
Okay.
And he's going to go there.
Okay, cool. Okay, so strategize, which I'm going to use as a dominate, and I'm going to dominate this system to get one of them, to get a free cog. And that's going to go there. Okay, your turn.
That's a dominate.
Yep, so a cog and hammer.
Yep.
Okay. Okay, build. So I'm going to build a city.
Yep.
For 3 points, taking me to 8. Yep.
Have you got one of your tiles?
Yep, sorry. Okay. And that was my turn. Your turn.
It's a strategize, which I'm not going to do anything with.
Okay. Okay, so we've got a dominate icon there, which I can't use because there's no one there. So I've done them the wrong way around. That was stupid of me. So much for my master plan.
That's a dominate over there.
I thought I put them down the right way around. Oops.
Oops.
Oh well, that screwed me over.
Oh.
My own stupidity. Which means advance now. So I'm going to advance this guy into that. Okay. That's all I'm doing. Your turn.
Last one, which is a build icon.
Yeah.
And I'm going to build a. I'm going to build a bastion.
Yeah.
So that's 2 points.
Where's that going?
I'm just going to go there.
Oh, cool. Because I'm a noob, I did everything the wrong way around here, so dominate.
So you still get a flag.
I still get a flag, and also I can use my racial ability to build a unit there. So I'm going to build a unit there. So I'm now at command level 2. I'm going to use a hammer to take that up to 3 for this turn. I'm going to spend my little coin here to reduce the cost of what I'm doing by 2 points. So it's going to cost me 3 points to do this. Taking up to 5. Welcome to the Gargans.
Okay.
Cool.
Cool.
Yep.
Yep.
So that now we need to collect objectives. That's nobody. We need to collect materials. So I get 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9.
I get 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Which takes me to 14. Which is the maximum on the dial.
I got 9. I've got 9.
You're going to need to rally units that need to be rallied. That worries me. And then we need to yeah, we need to. I get 3 cards. How many do you get?
4.
4. Okay.
Okay.
So, tactic.
Second place. 2 free cultists on a friendly world in a system not containing any cultist, or 1 free cultist on any friendly world. So I'm going to place 1 on there.
Cool. I get to place 2 free orc boys on a friendly world containing a knob. So they win though. Which is a surprising choice maybe.
We need to move the warp stone.
Yes we do, before I put that back. So what are we going for? Move this warp counter to that. Using that.
And that one, I can't move.
Has that blocked it?
Yeah, you blocked it. So that one doesn't move.
Right. Okay.
Okay.
So now
I'll give you that.
you need to give me that.
Move that up to
On
7.
turn 7. Well, hey, I think we might get seated for battle here.
Yeah.
Okay, so starting with myself. Something's going on in that sector. Something's going on in that sector, definitely from chaos. Okay. And we shall begin. So, let's start here. So, strategize, which can use as a dominate order if I wish, or an advance, or a deploy order. So I'm going to use it as a dominate order. I'm going to take another reinforcement counter, and I'm going to use my special ability again to build something. I'm going to build another unit. So this is going to cost me 2 of these little hammers that I've been collecting, and then it's going to cost me 5 points, which takes me down to 9. I knew it was coming. Okay, your turn.
That's a build icon.
Yep.
So I'm going to use Dread Ritual, and I'm going to build another Chaos Space Marine, which will cost me. Use that.
Yep.
That'll be free.
Yep. Using a cog to make that free.
I'll place him there.
Cool.
So I've got enough people
Okay.
there.
You done?
Yeah.
So strategize again. So I'm going to use a dominate. So I'm going to use that to take a hammer and a where's the thing? There it is. A little icon there. I'm going to build a use my special ability when I dominate to build a unit. I'm going to build that. That's what I'll leave me with.
What are you using, sorry?
my dominate ability.
Alright.
Because I've dominated this area. Yeah. So I'm building a battle wagon, leaving me with 5 points. Putting that there. Okay. Your turn.
So that's strategise.
Yeah.
I'll put that on there. I'm not using my ability yet.
Not using your ability.
Not yet.
No. Okay. So build. So I can't build anything in this sector because I don't have any buildings. Manufactoriums. So that's just going on to my event counter.
So that's a build.
Yeah.
So I am going to build.
Yep.
What am I going to build? I don't know what to build. I'm going to build a little cultist for 2. Little cultist. 2 cocks. Yep.
Okay. I'm going to build again. I can't do anything, so that's the event.
So I'm going to move.
Yep. Oh, it's postman
Posting
again.
So I'm going to move my iconoclasts.
Yep.
And I'm going to attack the ship, I think.
You're going 3-on-1.
Yeah.
Okie doke. Let combat commence. Okay, so I've got an attack of 3. You're coming in with 6, are you?
Yep.
So 1 attack, 1 Aquila, and 1. It's not really what I wanted.
I'll pull mine back a little bit then.
Sorry, there we go. Sorry. I'm going to lose my ship this time. There's too much firepower coming in here. Okay. Yep. Cool. Right. Are you bringing any reinforcements in?
I'll bring 1 in.
1. I'll bring 1 in just to make it interesting. And 5 cards. Okay.
Okay.
Ready?
Yep.
Go. Sea of Green.
Lord of Chaos.
Okay. So you're attacking. So
your opponent may choose to route one of his units to gain 1 dice. If he does not, place a free cultist or ironclast in this area.
as you've none left to place in the area. What does it say I've got to do?
Route one of your units and gain a dice.
And gain a dice?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Attack.
Okay. And my ironclasts gain either 2 shooty or 2 defence.
Where are you going with? Defence or attack?
I'll go with attack, I think. Probably shouldn't have done.
Don't know, I think I'll nail my ship. No. Okay, this is Sea of Green. I get an attack and a defence. And place 1 free reinforcement token. If I have more unrated units, which I don't, so I can't use next ability, then we go for the full attack. So I'm doing 3 attack. Well, you do go first, don't you?
Yeah.
You're doing 5 attack against my 2 defence.
Yeah.
Hitting me with 3, which will nail him. And actually, take it on my battleship. Is that 3 did I say?
Yes.
Battleship's got a defence of 4, so it's going to be routed. Okay.
Okay.
And you get hit by 3 attacks, defended 1, which will destroy your reinforcement counter. Okie dokie.
Mm-hmm.
Right ho.
Okay.
So next round.
Oh, I'll get rid of those.
Yeah, it's not confusing. So I'm doing Biker Knobs.
I'm doing
Corn's Rage. Right. So go on.
I can spend one of them.
Yeah.
And gain 3 of these. 2,
Yeah.
3. Your opponent chooses to mouse one of his units unless he spends 1 defense dice.
Don't think it's going to help me much now anyway. Okay, so I gain 2 attack, 1 defense. Your opponent must re-roll all of their attack dice. And if you've got an onslaught, which will do, I gain an attack dice, attack counter. What do you roll? Defense and Quill. So I don't really want you to roll any more defense. Okay, so you attack me for 3 against my...
Plus 1 on there.
So 4 against my 2 defense, hitting me for 2. Which will destroy that last ship there. So I've got 2 rated units now. And I hit you for 3 here and 3 there for 6. Minus 2, so that's 4 coming at you.
So that would destroy...
That destroys 2 of your iconoclasts.
Yeah. Ooh. Bummer.
Okay, and we're now going for the final round.
Use that one.
Dark Faith.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to use Slugger Boys. So go on.
I gain 1 Quiller.
Yeah, this was a bad move for me.
If you have more than 1 Quiller than your opponent, place 1 free cultist on another friendly or uncontrolled world in the system.
So you can place it on there.
But I can't, because it's already full.
Oh, it's already full?
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah, so that's pointless. But the other 2
you gained a dice, though,
yeah.
Which is unfortunate for what I've just done. So you and me both re-roll all of our Quillers.
Right.
So I get defense dice.
Okay. 1 defense and 2 more Quillers.
So you got 3 defense and 1 attack, 2 Quillers. Okay, so your total attack now is 2, is it?
Yes.
Is that all?
Yeah.
Alright, so my defense is 4.
Yeah, so don't get 3, you're alright.
And my total attack is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Against 3, so that's 3
Killed
attacks. Really? Bloody hell.
Yeah, you killed it.
So I lose that counter. And that's been routed. But Kill Cruiser's managed to stand up to 3 to 1. It's pretty good.
You said it'd be beaten. I
thought
said to you it wouldn't. Told you it wouldn't.
Well, I did call it the Octanic, so I thought it was going to sink. Okay, so that's unfortunate for Chaos. A bit of a break for me, I think. Keeping that ship is a big break for me. So, dominating this part of the galaxy. I'm going to take a cog symbol from a little thing there. I am going to use my dominate ability to build a unit. I'm going to use my last 2 hammers and my cog and 3 points, leaving me with 2 to build another Gargant here. And that goes to my discard pile. That's your turn.
Right. So I have a attack which I'm not going to use.
You decided not to.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
I
well.
thought you were going to crush this world.
No. I can't now, can I?
Yeah, of course you can.
I could do, but it's
You
too
attack
much.
from this sector. Pile on.
No.
No?
No.
Sure? Okay.
I've lost faith in my troops now.
You lost faith in the gods. Okay. So I have a dominate ability here which will give me a flag. And that's it for that.
Okay. So that's a dominate.
Gives you a cog and a hammer.
Yeah.
So I have a move order here. So I'm going to use that to move all these forces to that. And bring in that force to there.
Another dominate.
Dominate. So where was that? So there. So get another hammer and another cog.
Yeah.
Okay. So I've got an advanced movement. So they're going to use their orc rocks to fly across space onto that planet in the corner.
That one?
Yeah. Okay. And your move?
Should strategise.
Strategise.
I'm going to put 2 on there.
2 on there. Okay. So that's the end of turn 7. So now we need to go to the collect objectives. Well,
that was obvious.
Well, the orcs have collected an objective. There's the objective. And there is an orc. And the objective is on the back, which says gubbins and whatnots. So I've got a whatnot. What's a whatnot not? I don't know. So I've got my first objective. And now I need to collect materials. So I'll get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, plus 3, 10. 12.
I cannot move that at all.
What's it meant to be on?
4. Oh, I got 4.
It is a bit stiff, this. Okay, and rally units that need rallying.
Oh, I might come down to 4.
You said it was meant to be going to 4.
No, I said I meant to get 4.
I don't know what you were on.
I was on 9.
Okay.
Nicking them off me.
Yeah. And then take as many cards as you need to. I can only take 2 this time.
I'll take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Just shuffle them better. That's the same 2 I picked up last time. I shuffled them. Right. So I'm replacing my screen mob up. Instead of revealing your order during your operations phase, you may discard this card and resolve an advance order instead.
So I'm going to use Spoils of War.
To forge and a reinforcement.
Yep.
And again, I've put the card back.
Oh, me too. Keep forgetting that.
So move that to that. I'm using that action.
My action's that, so I'm going to move that to there.
Okay. And then I pass you the first player marker, is that right?
Yeah.
And we move to the last turn, turn 8.
Yay.
Right.
Okay, so I'm going to put that there.
Okay. I am going to put that there. I'm going to put that there. Okay. So you're going first.
Oh, put that on, so that's me strategise.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do anything this turn.
Okay. I'm going to dominate that sector and get some cogs. Okay, your turn.
I'm going to dominate and get some hammers and cogs.
Hammers and cogs. There you go.
Tap. Your turn.
Okay. I'm going to use that to dominate that sector. Using my special ability. Which, just to remind everyone, is the green tide. There it is. And that gives me a reinforcement counter. Okay.
Okay.
Your turn.
Use that. So I'm going to move.
Okay.
I'm going to move. I can't, can I? Because I've no ships.
Yeah, you can tap this world, can't you?
Can I?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you not?
I
thought you could.
No, I don't think
because
I
they're
can.
adjacent.
I thought I needed a ship there and then to go on.
Okay, so we've missed a little bit of recording there because the camera decided to screw up on me. It has been recording for some time. I think it got a bit hot and then didn't like it. I've just resolved a strategic order here and I bought myself some weird boy cards, so that's what they do. Okay. And I've got to wear them up to myself now. I just have to wipe the camera and everything, so I'm a little bit unsure where I was. Okay, yeah, so let's get rid of those two. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oops. How about that? Oh, let's move the camera around. Okay, so we're on the last turn anyway. It's Claire's turn now. I've just gone. So, yeah, go for it. It's your turn.
Go here.
Yeah.
So it's movement icon.
Yeah.
So I'm going to move my little ship that I built before.
To there.
There.
Which creates a pathway straight to, oh shit, to the objective. Sorry, swallow.
Yeah. Right, you've been swearing before.
I just knew it was coming this way.
Yeah. So I'm still feeling bereft and nicely annoyed because I lost 3 ships.
Well, you know.
I've been a bit upset about that. Yeah, it's not you that has to explain it to Angron, it's me.
You got a bigger ship now. You can say I've got a bigger ship.
I don't think he's going to be happy.
Okay.
So I'm going to move. I can move up to 5 guys into.
You're up to 5 guys. You can path all the way from all these planets through to your objective.
Yeah, so I'm going to move 2 of these.
Yeah.
That's 1, 2.
Oh, 2 Titans.
3.
2 Hellbrutes and a Space Marine. Oh, joy of joys. Versus a knob and a boy
And your bastion.
and a bastion. Let's hope it holds out, eh? Okay, so yeah. So the bastion gets 2 dice, the boy gets 2 dice, and the knob gets 2 dice.
Are you using any reserves?
You're attacking, you declare first.
I might just use the 1.
Got a cultist coming in. Okay, I'm gonna use all my reserves that I've got available to me because I can't lose this world. You roll all the dice. I'm on 6. I've got an inordinate amount of attacks. That's not really what I wanted. I want to defend the world and yeah. Oops, that was not a thing. That was a quiller. Okay. Right, now you would declare reserve, but we've already done that.
Yeah.
And then we draw cards. Okay.
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 Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shooter boys.
Mark of corn.
Just going full other stuff
Yeah.
like that. Kill everything.
Mhm.
Because you're attacking, so.
Spend one of these.
Yeah.
And I gain 3 shooties.
Yeah.
I'll put them there.
Yeah, I can see them.
Yeah.
Okay.
And your opponent chooses and destroys one of his routed units, but you haven't got any routed units, so.
Yet.
Yet.
Okay, I gain 2 attacks and I must reroll all my defense dice. All or one of them. Now it's an attack dice. We're off. And your opponent must reroll 1 shield for every unrated boy. Oh yeah, that's going to work well for my favour, so it's all of them. Get your shield back, and so this is just like bloodshed, gore, and the orcs are up for a good fight now. So you have done 7, 8, 9.
Yeah.
9 hits against me. I have 0 defense. So that has wiped out my orc boys for 2.
You've got your reserves down for
Oh
that.
yeah, of course. So what was it? 9.
Yeah.
So 2, 6, 8, and wounded the knob. Great stuff. This won't last long. And I've thrown out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 dice defended by 1. That's 6 hits coming your way.
So I'll lose him.
Yeah, for 2, that's 4 left.
What me? So
That's a brute.
A brute is 4.
You could lose a brute.
I'll lose a brute.
Keeps your chaos guy for your chaos abilities.
Yeah. I've got any.
If any come up, yeah. I don't know. I don't know what's in the rounds. Okay, so round 2.
Yep.
Shoot boys again.
Going for Mark of Corn again.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna spend one of them.
Yeah.
Put those 3 back there because they're still there.
Yeah.
So, and your opponent chooses and destroys one of his routed units unless he spends a defense token.
Defense dice.
Defense dice.
That awful. Oh, what's that one? Right, so you do 6 damage to me. I have no defences at all. You do another 4 from that, so that's 10 damage against a unit that's got 3 hit points. You've destroyed the bastion. I don't think you remove it though, you'll just gain control of it at the end. And in return, I dish out 1, 2, 3, 4 and 9 damage basically.
Right.
And you defend 1, so that's 4 hits coming your way. 8 hits coming your way.
Ooh, okay.
Also bearing in mind the planet can only hold 2 things anyway. So
Yes, I'll get rid of my Hellbrute.
Yeah.
On my Chaos, so that's 4.
And left the Reavers.
5, 6, 7, and one of the Reavers
Is
routed.
Routed. Ooh. But you've won that round. The Orcs pumped out a lot of damage there at the end though, but
They did.
we're doomed. We're all doomed. Okay. So let's retrieve everything and put the camera back. This is the state of the galaxy.
So it's your turn
It's my turn to do nothing because I've no things over here to do anything with. I've got I'm going to build a city just because I can.
Okay.
Leave me on 9 points.
Oh, do you want to sit it?
Yeah.
Where's it going? Right.
To actually command level 3. At least I couldn't say I reached command level 3.
So that's a strategise.
Yep.
So I'm going to use my favour of the dark gods.
Favour of the dark gods.
And plop 2 more.
Yeah.
Just because I can.
Why not?
I feel like it.
Top just passed me the who should have done. That is advance order.
Go on, squish him.
Squish him.
Might as well.
In payback, you're going to send my Gargants in. Both of them.
Oh, I'd just send the one in if I were you, otherwise you're going to lose one.
Oh, one in. Good advice. See what Gargant does against a cultist. Okay. So I get 3 dice.
Get 1 dice.
2 attack, 1 defence. Let's draw some cards. 5. Okay. Ready?
Yeah, sorry.
Sorry.
My fault.
Go on.
I'm just going to use that one.
Shooty.
Yeah.
So I'm attacking this time, so I resolve you must re-roll your defence dice. Which is a defence dice. What boys cannot use? Okay, your turn.
Your opponent may choose and mount one of his units to gain dice if he does not place 1 free cultist or iconoclast in this area.
Alright, fine. Go on. I'm not going to write my only unit. Okay.
And I gain either 2 shooty or 2 defence.
What are you going for?
Defence.
Really?
I can't.
No, you were right. It was your choice. I'm just mocking you. I'm gonna not do this now. Okay. So yeah. So I get 4 attacks against your 3 defence, which means I write one of your units, but the other one's fine, and then you attack back with nothing. Yeah. So okay.
I'll shout at you from afar.
So round 2.
Yeah, none of these are any good, to be quite honest. So I'm just going to use Dark Faith.
You shoot the boys again. So I re-roll my dice, which is now an attack dice. That's it, yeah.
Yeah, I gain a
Aquila.
Aquila. If you have more Aquillas than your opponent, place 1 free cultist on another friendly or uncontrolled world in this system.
Which there isn't.
Which there isn't, so...
Right. So this time there's 3 dice there, that's 7 dice coming through this time.
Yeah, I got rid of those.
Your 1 defence, that's 8. Sorry, that's 6 hits coming through.
Yeah, and you've splatted them.
I've spotted them this round.
Yeah.
It's kind of inevitable, really.
Yeah,
A Gargant
really.
versus a cultist.
Yeah.
Gargant shouldn't have lost that. I was a bit worried after that first week. I was like, what?
No, the cards that I drew were pitiful.
That seems to be the weakness of the Chaos side. The cards for combats are all quite low. You need to upgrade them to Space
fairly
Marine type
quickly.
ones.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's your turn.
Over here, which is a build, which might as well just build something for the fun of it.
Yeah, you got a point.
So I'm going to build a Reaver.
Yep.
So I'm going to go 2 of them, 1 of them, and spend 3 points.
Yep. I'll say I'll do it. Have you done
Got it.
Yeah.
Just about, and build a Reaver over there.
Cool. Okay, so I'll use this one. Sorry. So there's a movement into this sector now. Could fling something at that last world. I'm not going to though. I don't see any. There's no need to do it.
I've got a
Dominate. So you get a cog
Yeah.
and a hammer.
Put my cog and hammer back. That's it.
That's it. So my last order's over there.
Do the build.
It's just to build. I'm going to build a manufactorum because why not? Because I can.
Which world is it going in?
Cool. Right, so we need to collect objectives. So you have collected that objective though?
Which is Angron's axe.
Angrong's axe.
I don't know what it is, to be quite honest. Let me have a look.
It says Angrong's axe. I'll be very.
A worthy foe for 10,000 years. How I'm going to do Yoda speak then.
For 10,000 years
have I spilt blood of my enemies. I believe I have finally found a foe truly worthy of my blade.
Cool.
That does sound like Yoda if you fell to chaos.
Okay, collect material. Let's just see where we end up at. So I've got 1, 3, 4. So that's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The maximum's 14, so I'm 14 here.
I'm on 11.
And then we need to rally any units that need rallying. And then remove warp storms. So I've got 2 cards this time.
Got 5.
Touch a scheme. It makes no difference now.
Yeah, I'll do the same. I'll destroy that card. So, prayer to the good dark gods.
Yep. So that's going to come down there.
And that's just going to go up there.
Yep. And then that's it, because we're on the last turn. So at the end of that, I've got one objective, you've got one objective.
Yep.
The galaxy's in flames. I control quite a few sectors, but I'm spread really thin, whereas your home worlds are really strong. In all likelihood, if we had another turn now though, you would probably win. Because you've got 2 Reavers there.
Yeah, I can
You got
just
your battleship.
bobble along into that sector there.
You'll slam into that world. I can try and reinforce. I would try and reinforce that, but as I said, it's game over. It's a draw. We've both got an objective. The Orcs and Chaos have both got some out of this. So, what do you think of the game overall?
I enjoyed it. I was just a bit miffed I lost those 3 ships. That's
I know
what I was
you
a
were
bit
miffed.
upset about.
I haven't noticed you were miffed.
I was just really upset because, like, I got one of them free, and you know, I'm not really good at these kind of games.
You are.
I'm not.
What you did? I thought you were really good at it, personally.
I did enjoy it. I'd like to try one of the other races, either Ultramarines or you want to try out Eldar.
I'd like to try it out. I want to see what they're about.
I wouldn't mind having a go at the Orcs.
Yeah,
You know.
you could do Eldar versus Orcs, and I'll be the Eldar
Yeah,
if you want.
yeah, or I'll be Ultramarines.
Ultra Marines, yeah.
But I hope they bring out more
Yeah,
expansions.
it's really good, and there's a lot of things, and they could expand this with more races, I think.
I hope they do, because although the 4 races are really good, I think you get bored very quickly playing the same.
Yeah, I've played the
Guys.
Orcs. I've played the Orcs a couple of times now, and I want to play a different race. I've seen how Chaos works. They look quite interesting. I'd like to have a crack at that. So after you've played the races a few times, you probably will get bored.
Yeah.
So if they add in like new races, perhaps some like different kinds of missions or objectives, or some sort of random. I don't know what you could add to it.
Yeah.
But there's a lot going on, so you're not going to get bored immediately. I could just see like a long-term thing. But again, this is a long game. This has taken
A few hours.
This has taken us like 3 hours to
3
record.
hours.
The video's going to be about 3 hours long, so I'm sorry for that, everyone. I'm not going to have time to edit it down any, so you have to endure the 3 hours with me and us, sure so. But I hope you've enjoyed the video. I hope it gives you an idea how the game works. It's a very cool game. I do like it. I know it's expensive, but I do think it's worth it. It's Games Workshop and obviously Fantasy Flight games, so it's a good combination. The rules are good. Obviously there's some luck involved with the dice rolls and some with the cards, but there's a good deal of strategy involved in there as well. Like not leaving your world open to be just pummeled by chaos. I was hoping you hadn't noticed that. I was putting it down to, sure I noticed that. But it didn't work out like that.
Yeah.
I mean, one thing you could have done differently yourself is that move order you put on there first. You could have stuck there. Now, you could have attacked that world straight out after that one.
Yeah.
It would have been one Gargant versus 2 Reavers and a Bastion, which is probably pretty even-ish, but I think you would have had the advantage. That would have been interesting, because then you could have just took the game from me.
Yeah. I didn't see that.
I just saw it now while I was reviewing it. It's like hindsight's a great thing. Anyway, we've
rambled on
enough about this, and this video's long enough. So sorry about that, guys. Thanks for watching, though. Please like and subscribe for more. Please let us know in the comments if we got anything wrong. That's fine. So this is only the second time we've played it. We are going to play this a lot more, so we'll probably find some stuff out.
Yeah.
I know everyone's going to be shouting at me because I missed this. I read it a bit when I was waiting for the camera to sort itself out. With the Orc Rocks, you can only move 2 units. So I did that twice in the game. I moved that to there and did it over there. That didn't make any difference, but that one probably would. So I got that bit wrong, so I apologise for that. It didn't do me any good in the end, that attack. It just
pushed me back a little bit.
Pushed me back, then he pushed back, but
yeah,
it didn't really do me any good, so I don't think it would have changed the outcome of the game. But just to note, you can only move 2 units. I did when I was looking through the cards, waiting for the camera to fix itself. I noticed that and thought,
yeah, a lot of birds you can only use once per round as well. So
Yeah.
what I was doing, I was tapping them so I knew that I'd used them.
yeah, that's a good idea as well, tapping them like in Magic.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Good top tip there from Claire, who doesn't know anything about strategy games apparently, but knows exactly how to play them and beat me. So there you go. So thanks for watching again, and please like and subscribe, helps out a lot, and I hope you've enjoyed it, and bye for now.
Bye.
Take care, guys.